Oh boy. How's everyone doing? How is everybody doing? Let's get that retweet out. How are things? We got, here, we'll do the ominous desk rise here. We got the SV08 hanging out. Of course, we're gonna start with the full disclosure. Sovol did send this to us. They did not pay us to do this. Although I think I can take payment to do this kind of thing. But we're doing an unboxing and a first look. We're gonna try to get it printing and get it testing. Just kind of, I don't know, play around, see what the heck happens. Have a little bit of fun, you know? Normal stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Things have been pretty stable here internet-wise, so gotta love it. And apparently Catlet's already throwing me the SV08 wiki. Am I gonna need that this early? Like, am I gonna need that this early in on the process? Oh, cool. You can now upgrade it without the eMMC adapter. That's always cool. Well, we're gonna take a look at it and see how it is out of the box. Oh. Okay. That was weird. Something just messed up on my side. Amber said, why would I say that? Yeah, well, you know. I like to live dangerously. Alright. I'm okay if things go a little bit crazy. It kind of is what it is. But yeah, this is the Sovol SV08. It is... I mean, look. We gotta call a duck, right? It's a Voron 2.4 clone, right? Voron 2.4 clone. It is fully open source, and Sovol, I think, has donated like upwards of $3,000 to the Voron project for all of this. So let me just make sure I got all my address information off of the machine. I think I did. Yeah, we're gonna have a fun bit of live streaming coming up for you guys. There's some cool streams planned that I cannot discuss. Are you... This is camera following me. The camera is following me. Don't follow me, camera. You go there. You stay there. Update before printing. None of the same issues Nero did prior to firmware updating. Okay. Well, that might be harder. Easier said than done, I guess. But, yeah. Alright. Whatever. We'll take a look. I don't know. Part of me... This is always that weird thing when you look at hardware. Should you update it, or should you leave it in the way that it was sent? Now, I guess there's, you know, both sides of this field of, all right, I've had this machine for a little bit, like a couple of months, a little bit, and we finally, you know, did that. Why would it be hard? I don't know if I have a lot of USB throughput available. Yeah. Why is it continually trying to track me? Stop trying to track me. Stay there. No, so there's a whole crowd of people that don't believe that you should be updating machines when you're looking at them as a content creator, because if the company didn't send a fully fledged product, right, then I don't know. Right. Smallest file on USB stick. Well, hope this machine comes with one, because I don't have any available. Not handy, at least. But we'll dig into that in a bit. We're running some tests on the Q1 Pro. Oh, look, white filament. Goodbye. We're not using any of that stuff around here. We got our user manual. Let's take a look. Is this all for assembly? It is. Okay, so we can't just throw that away. Wi-Fi connection. We're not going to be doing that, but I will hold that off to the side. SV08 US plug. There is more in here than a US plug, I promise you. I promise you. Got some tools. Hey, not bad. Whoa, hey, look at that. Handled ball end hex keys. Where's the friggin' camera? There it is. Handled ball and hex keys. Not bad, Sovol. That's actually a nice touch. Do like to see that. It says single use. No, that's not going to be single use. We're going to be using that more than once. We have some other parts in here. There's another printer down there that I can't show anybody right now. But I'm currently just piling crap on top of it, and I feel bad. You'll know more soon, TM. But fine, it looks like I am being chastised by everybody because I would like to use something the way that it was sent to me rather than let a company, I don't know, fix it in post, I guess. So, whatever. I don't normally update things. Like, my Prusa farm is still on 3.8.3. Should kind of give you an idea. Anyways. Oh, there's grease on that. That's cool. You want it to engrave your bed, have that. Okay. So if you're a first-time user and you don't know this, and you don't know the firmware that it's shipped with is problematic, and you run your printer thinking out of the box it's going to work, like, I as a content creator, I see both sides of this fence. So, leave it for months. My purchase haven't been updated in like 4 years. Just saying. Ooh, these belts are loosey-goosey. She's got a camera. What else we got on here? Actual Gates belts? No kidding. Wow. Sovol. Look at you guys. Jonathan, you better start being nice or I'm just going to mute you from the chat. Because that kind of attitude is just not going to fly here. So basically, this is supposed to be a Voron 2.4 that is effectively, I'm told, like a 30-minute assembly, so we'll see if it takes me closer to an hour. Belts are really, really loose on it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but you can see the belts are quite loose. NEMA 17s, nothing too crazy. Belt routing is already done, so I don't even have anything to bother Steve builds about. I know the 2.4 is not technically Steve's design, but if you've been here long enough, you know the joke. Hold on. I'm having encoder issues. Give me a second. Why am I having encoder issues? Oh, okay. It just spiked up. All right. Whatever. Anyways, let's set this to the side and see what else we got in here. It is surprisingly lightweight. Now that's with good reason, right? The SV08, it is a flying gantry printer, not like the Flycron that we saw at Rocky Mountain, but this is a flying gantry where the Z is also X and Y, so the whole gantry will move up and down like this. I happen to think that is quite elegant, like quite elegant. I have no actual idea how to handle this machine, so I'm just gonna handle it the way I think it should be handled, and we're gonna hope for the best. That feels incredibly heavy. Ah, there's still parts in here. Well, that's why. No wonder it feels heavy. There's still parts in the dang thing. Wait, is this supposed to be on there and it isn't on there for some reason? Oh, there are lights in there. This is going to take a while to assemble, isn't it? I think it's going to take a while to assemble. I am a little bit worried about how long this is now going to take me to assemble. Those that follow along on the channel, I replaced the television out here, so we shouldn't have that issue anymore with the TV overheating because it is so dang hot. I tried some advice that you all gave me, which was to put the air conditioner on dry and turn it to like 72. And it is currently only 82.4 in here. Not bad. It has been running for 16 hours or so. So, yeah. Yeah, Chris Hogan is saying, I'm looking to get one of these because the 7 toolhead project going on with SV08. I am actually looking forward to doing something like that, where we turn this into like a tool changer. I think that would be super freaking cool. Super freaking cool. I would love to see something like that. By the way, if you do want to win some awesome filament from Printed Solid, we've got that linked in the pinned comment. So go get yourself some filament. If you do want to just buy it, they got tons of stuff available. All made in America. Gotta love that. Oh, this is a much more intensive build than I expected. So as with most of these, I don't do a ton of research beforehand. My goal is to kind of approach this from a first-time user perspective. That might have caught up to me by now, but we'll see. That's the tool head. That's a teeny tiny little stepper motor, but it's not about the size, it's about how you use it. We've been through this before. What is the Cheaty printing? It is printing the 3rd test part for Cheaty, because it's angry. That machine is currently kind of angry. I think these SV08s are like $700, somewhere in that range, I believe. And if that is the case, and we've linked them, I think it was $700 on Amazon when I was setting all this up. If that is the case, this could stand to be a very good value of a machine. So I'm looking forward to that. I've never built a Voron 2.4. Of course, we have the Trident behind me that has, well, that's taken a little bit. This Tool Fool says it might take 4 months to assemble. You know, look, I can only take so much time during the week. I am trying to stream more often, but currently there's some ad stuff going on with YouTube and now with Twitter and their whole antitrust stuff. Basically, advertisers are not paying what they used to. And that means even where we're at as a channel, I have to still inject money into it to keep it moving. And because of that, unfortunately, that means I have to spend a bunch of my time working in the business and on the business rather than making content. So I am doing my absolute best to make some super cool videos for you all. We have some fun stuff planned, but I do often run out of time. So, Rose says, I've had 4 ads and 1 questioner so far on the stream. You shouldn't. So, for those that don't know how ads work now on YouTube, there are a couple of things that I can do. I can either pause the ads completely, like completely turn them off. I can choose when to insert them, but if I never insert them, you don't get any ads. Or I let YouTube do it. You can no longer manually just say, oh, I want an ad every X amount of time. You can't do that anymore. And I forgot, I was supposed to do a, I have this new feature, but I forgot to do it. Where I can have a goal for super chats, but oh well. You should have one when you first enter as far as ads with YouTube. That is fairly typical, normal, and expected. And then we have it set to balanced, which from what I can see is like every 15 to 20 minutes. So, and yes, Steve is here. And yes, Steve, we were just talking about you. I was wondering if I can still blame you. Although I fully recognize that the 2.4 has got nothing to do with your design. I was just, you know, making the joke of, can I still blame you when I run into trouble? Because obviously, it's still your fault. Love you, Steve. Let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, that's moving. There, that's good enough. I'll take it. Oh. She thick. Okay. Bearded Bucket with the 5 membership gifting. Thank you, boss. Let's see who got it. Steven Z got it. Chris Hogan, Doom, Durdackle, Guy the Jedi. You all got memberships. Thanks to Bearded Buckets. Thank you very much. You all are super awesome. For this, absolutely no blame should be directed toward me. I know, but it's fun to just always say blame Steve Builds. You know, I don't know. If it's a Voron design at this point, I think I'm just going to coin the blame Steve Builds thing in a loving way, right? We love Steve. Steve is awesome. And if you don't know Steve, go to his channel, Steve Builds. Go check him out. Steve is a world-class streamer in this industry. Seriously, his streams are, like, I envy how good his streams are. And it's, I don't know, Steve, you got something about you that just makes your streams really, really, really good. Nomad's Galaxy says, run the SV08 upside down and blame me. If you don't know who Nomad's Galaxy is, he is the general manager for the Positron project. Come on now. I'm trying not to have those two axes fall over on me, but I think they're gonna. Ow! Ah! Wait. I told Nepo I would do. I already cut myself. Hold on. I told Nepo I would do this. See, this is why. I don't... Where's my hard hat? There it is. Nepo said I need to be wearing my hard hat because I'm building a Voron. So I've already cut myself. That didn't take long. First blood. Yeah, well. I gotta get all the harnessing on it. Give me a second. This is my one thing that I own from Milwaukee. It's a hard hat. Yep, it's the one Milwaukee thing that I own. It is a hard hat. Oh. Yep, that got me already. Already got me. At least it's on my left hand, so we'll take it. Crabwire said, it took me a few to figure out there was something off about your appearance. You're not wearing headphones. Yeah, it's kind of weird with all that. I guess a lot of people are not used to me without my headphones on. Heck! There are so many ways this can go wrong, and only a couple of ways that this can go right. All right, this is just gonna go straight down, out of the way for right now, because I need a second. I need a second to get these boxes sorted and situated and to stop bleeding on things. Woo! Hey, LDL Motors is here. Hey, Jason. I saw you've been doing your little U.S. tour. You were hanging out up in Philly, checking everything out up there. Hope all is well, good sir. That worked? Did I break anything? That worked! Let's go! I, too, am curious to see the print quality of this printer, Square Peg. I, too, am curious. All right. We're literally less than 20 minutes in and I've already cut myself, but yeah. Also, for those wondering about the merch, it's not out yet. I said it was going to be out the first of the month, and that didn't happen. We had a bunch of samples come in from Fourth Wall, and unfortunately, every one of them had problems. So I am back to the drawing board once again. So I am sorry if you feel like I lied to you. It was not my intention. Those were supposed to be the final samples, and we had a massive QC issue on it. So sorry, y'all. This one is DTF, direct to film, which I think is what we're going to end up going with. So anyways, I'm going to pick up the big base plate, which means I should move these. You would think that this desk would be big enough for stuff like this, but yeah. Ashley Williams says, what about the politician? That is going to be deprecated at this time. I don't think that there's enough demand for a product like that. And quite frankly, I don't have the finances to be able to continue just burning time on that project. So unfortunately, that project is going to get backburnered indefinitely until we have the time or resources to handle that. But a lot of that just comes down to me getting better with content, and I don't know. Part of this is like, yes, I have to make some cash on this, but I really want the community aspect of it, and that's way more fun for me. So it's a weird one, right? Content is weird. You have to like balance this thing of like, okay, you have to make sure that your time is being compensated for, but at the same time, you also want a really awesome community full of really awesome people doing really awesome things, and you want to do those really awesome things too. It's a time thing. Speaking of time, Steve builds with the 10 memberships. Thank you, sir. You are awesome. Stephen Cullen, Shannon, Hypermotive Racing, Erica, Keelan Pepper, Brian Burton, Seabass, Colin Floof, Sam, and Chad were all given memberships from the great Steve Builds himself. Again, go check out Steve's channel. Y'all definitely gotta go check out Steve's channel. Ignore the fact, oh God. Oh God, why are those connected? Why are you I don't like that. Yeah, for those that don't know, content creation is just a massive amount of time. And anyone that like is also active in their community and, you know, really, really just like always active with their people, there's a lot of respect to be given there. Because it is a lot of time. But I love what I do. I'm just struggling with making sure that we can continue doing it financially. So, 'tis the way it is, though. YouTube gave us the ability to do like a super chat thing, where after a certain amount of super chats, some weird something or other comes on screen. But yeah, as Nomad says, I've barely been able to hang out in the Discord after he started streaming. And yeah, that's like part of it, dude. You end up burning so much time on literally everything else. This hard hat is not cold, by the way. It is quite warm. So let's see what's going on. Where's the hardware? Oh, it's in this bag. Okay. We got like a wiper back here with a touch probe plate. Nomad says, but streaming helps me keep on track with my products. I totally agree with that. Max H says, who needs to sleep? Dude, I got like 6.5 hours of sleep the other day. It was freaking glorious. I have not slept that long in so long. Mind you, it was kind of rough sleep, but yeah. Seabass says, let's leave this one text grant. Dude, I'm already bleeding. Like, it's happened. At this point, I should just rename this channel to Rambo, because it's just First Blood all the time. All right. Let me get the stuff out of the way that doesn't matter right now. So this stuff doesn't matter immediately. Also, I've got a bit of a trick with this air conditioner. I haven't put a duct on it. That's like the next thing we want to do. But I have a fan sitting on top of the Magneto X. Sorry, Pio Poly. It's being used as a fan holder. And that is blowing some of the cold air toward me, and it is much nicer. Steve says, I wouldn't have finished a fraction of the products if streaming them wasn't motivation. Dude, freaking same. That Voron, she would have had some tannerite in her if it wasn't for the streaming stuff, so. Not working if you're not bleeding. Well, not exactly my preference to be bleeding on here all the time. But, you know, whatever. Look. I'm here for the community. I'm here to do fun stuff. I do wish that I had more reliable internet to stream more often. I think I would absolutely choose to stream more and do recorded videos less. So I find that, like, I have to do this work if I'm recording it or if I'm streaming it. And if I'm streaming it, I don't have to be as, like, deliberate, I guess. Like, I can just do the work. So, yeah. Nomad says that Steve, myself, Modbot, Zombie, and Nero all inspired him to stream. I'm so sorry. None of us meant to do you dirty like that. None of us. It's got some of the white goo. Yeah, Sovol sends you white goo. It says soft pack. This is going to be your thermal paste. Has it separated at all? No. Okay. We're doing base frame stuff. So this is going to be the front of the machine, which means this is... Oh. Wait. Is this the this is the front of the machine? Or, oh, hey, the part's done. Give me once that's done, I got to pull the filament out because we're going to use that same filament. That has been drying out here for 2 weeks and has only got to 34% ambient. All right, let's give me just a second here. We're going to unload the filament in just a minute. Oh, stop it. Okay, that should be good. Because we're going to use the crazy yellow again. Otherwise known as Yellowbird from Printed Solid. And if you want to win some Printed Solid filament, you can do so by signing up in that pinned comment and get yourself potentially some Printed Solid filament. All right, let's take a look at these Z rods. Big rods. Z4, like the BMW. Hopefully more reliable. Okay, oh. What? Does this go like, oh, it goes like underneath. Okie dokie. Sure. Really no good place to put a hand on this. I am so bloody confused. Let me find the one that's like closest to me and let's try that, because install to the left and then push up. Okay, it does just sit on it. Z1 goes over. So I've literally chosen the two that are the farthest away from me. Cool. Good job, Grant. You are Z2, which goes over there. All right. We'll do Z2 first since I have it in hand. Duff says, nice brain bucket, currently wearing the same. Yeah, bro. Look, man, we already started bleeding here, so... No, no! Okay, I gotta go get all that hardware. All the hardware just fell on the floor. Be right back. Oh no! Oh god, that's gonna. That's gonna suck. Dang it! And that one is completely my fault. That is like 100% my own volition. I did that one to myself. You're not tracking me, are you? Okay, no, you're not. All right, you all need to remember for me that if we can't find hardware, which is probably on the floor. No, you don't hear my back crack. My back is so stiff right now, it's probably not gonna crack. But I have a chiropractor appointment on Friday. I'm just down to 9 appointments left for the whole year. And that kind of sucks. Price Cut 92 says, table never seems big enough when you're working or assembling printers. Dude, like 100 freaking %. Don't you do it. I swear. I swear. By the moon. Oh. I guess. How in the Sam Hill? Oh, there's a channel. Ah. Okay. All right. So there. This is gonna be really hard to show on camera. But there's a slotted channel right up here that the whole thing fits into. So that's cool. All right, we need to get M4 by 30. We need 2 of them. So the thing that I'm noticing, and you know what, honestly, I should probably go to So I'm doing a lot of overhead stuff. Let's just do that. Oh, geez. Do that. Well, we're seeing a lot more of, like, my stomach than I would like. Can I fix that, please? Just, like, real friggin' quick. That's only mildly frustrating. I guess I can move the table up. That'll solve the same problem by moving the table up. All right, good enough. I do wish that all the bolts were the same sizes, or at least as close to it as possible. David Radis says, anyone going to tell him he's wearing the hard hat? Am I wearing the hard hat wrong? Is this on? Am I really actually wearing it wrong? I don't think that I am. The larger part should be in the back to protect the back of your neck. Am I stupid? Don't answer that question. Is it actually backwards? This is how it came from Milwaukee. Wear it 90 degrees for extra coolness. All right, yeah, we're gonna. It doesn't really fit my head, but we can do that. But no, seriously, this is the back of my head? Is that wrong? Has nobody ever told me this? Like, this is my main hard hat. Logo, front left. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, that's correct then. The way that it came is correct. I think Dave is just giving me crap. But I'm fairly certain he's allowed to, because for those that don't know, Mr. Dave Randolph is the owner of Printed Solid. Printed Solid is our filament sponsor. They make some super badass filament in Newark, freaking Delaware. And if you want to get yourself some Printed Solid filament and potentially get a chance to win some Printed Solid filament, you can use that pinned comment. Otherwise, go check them out, printedsolid.com. Not the owner CEO. That's technically true. Thank you for the correction. Do they ship to the UK? I mean, for the right amount of money, anything is possible. Okay. Yeah, they use a lot of different screw sizes, don't they? That one goes, that's M5 by 50. I'm just gonna like hand thread all these. Don't want to upset the boss. That's fair. That's fair. He'll sick the alpacas on you, you know? Yeah, if you don't know Printed Solid, you should. We filmed them like 4 times. I'm excited to go back because so much has changed. And like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't understand what it takes to do something like this. Like, you know, what it takes to, 1, run a business, period. But 2, run a successful business in this economy, made in America, right? It's pretty awesome. Little Nepomuck says, hey, did you brought something cool from your trip to US? Yeah, 25 spools of filament. Well, yeah, I mean, you would bring as many kilos as the airliner lets you bring, right? Because anything less than that is just a waste of space. All right, so they give you 2 really nice, like, I don't know what the heck to call those things. Nut drivers? They're not nut drivers. What the heck would I call that? Handled ball end hex keys? Sure, that's what we'll call them. But they don't give all of them. This hard hat is getting warm. So I went down the YouTube hex drivers. Thank you, Jimmy. I went down the YouTube rabbit hole last night, and I know that's dangerous. I am like, I've got the solar bug, right? I really want to do a solar array and then store it all, because like it's very difficult to keep this garage cold because it's not insulated. That's another thing I'm working on. But like, you know, the ADHD in me doesn't let me just work on one thing at a time. I have to be doing like 18,000 things at a time. And I found this channel. His name is not currently available to me. I can look it up on my phone if you guys really want. But it was a gentleman showing off a DIY battery kit where it's like a rack-mounted chassis, has a BMS rated for 200 amps at 48 volts. Now it's a proper beta kit, and that the empty kit is like freaking 500-ish bucks, and batteries are another couple thousand, like 1,500 bucks. And he built a 15 kilowatt pack for $2,500. So now it's going to bother me because Beard Bucket says Will Pros. Now it's going to bother me, so I'm going to go to my history, and we're going to figure out who it was. It was... Projects with Everyday Dave. It came up in my recommended feed. There's the guy. There's his channel. Projects with Everyday Dave. It's a 1-month-old video with 361,000 views, and he has just under 70,000 subscribers. And I'm like, you know, he's relatable to me. I'm like, oh man, I could do that. Because I would love to be able to take like the bulk of the 3D printing operation, and make it completely off-grid, 100% off-grid, never needing grid. In fact, it will likely produce excess. That would be just freaking ideal to me, right? And I don't mind wiring lithium iron phosphate batteries. It's not that big of a deal. Just don't wear any metal and you'll be fine. I saw that and I'm like, man, that's like remotely attainable to an idiot like me. My brother says storage is a freaking nightmare. It's not. It's like a 12U rack-mounted chassis, and because they're solid-state batteries, you can basically store them any way that you want. You can store them vertically if you wanted. You're not supposed to. You definitely want to store it laying down, but in theory, you could store them vertically. It's a giant fire hazard. It is lithium iron phosphate. Toolpool says Miami Micro Center in 16 more days. We will be there. I am trying to get Micro Center to sponsor that trip. That'd be freaking awesome. It'd be freaking awesome if they could. But my plan is to be there. Jonathan says it doesn't matter. Lithium iron phosphate, I thought, is the safer lithium. Like, that's the lithium that you can stab and it doesn't go nuclear, I thought. David Reynolds says, I want to buy one of those used Tesla car batteries and modify it for home backup. See? Oh, I didn't screw these in. No wonder. I'm like, I feel like I haven't screwed everything in. And I didn't, because I'm dumb. But yeah, I don't know if I want to go that far to do like a car battery. I can buy the lithium iron phosphate cells for pretty cheap. I think he was saying like 300 amp hour cells were like 150 bucks. So, yeah. Still lithium, still impossible to put out if it goes up. Lithium iron phosphate is supposed to be very, very safe. My brother says net metering. Our power company just allowed that, but I don't want to go that route. I don't want to install panels on the roof. And that's the only way that they really want, is they want panels on the roof. We have some acreage, we have some land, and I want to install panels around the land, if you will. Heart Forge says, again, dedicated outbuilding is the way to go. Yeah, and if we do that, it's going to likely be a shipping container. But then there's all the other things that we've talked about here before regarding the legalities of that. And anyways, if anyone wants to pick pick brains on all that and go down that path, shoot me a DM or something. And I don't know, probably toss you into the Discord just because. Yeah, I don't want to spend the money to have a professional company do solar. I want to buy the panels and just do it myself. I think it is more than attainable for the average homeowner, especially one that has a couple of acres like I do. Rose Skinner said, yeah, insurance companies, at least here, hate solar. They'll drop anybody with panels. Future Energy says, aren't those batteries lose capacity quickly? I don't have an answer to that question. Look, it was a YouTube rabbit hole. This is as much information as I've gotten, right? But yeah, I want to hold a lot of power on hand. Beer Bucket, I agree with this. Net metering to me is pointless. You're still dependent on the grid being up. I can get that you can add a standby generator, but to me, if I'm going through the hassle, I want the independence. Friggin' men, right? Like, give you guys an idea. We don't pay a lot for energy here. It's like 15 to 17 cents a kilowatt hour, depending on where I'm at in my kilowatt hour usage. Just the air conditioner for this space is using about 1,500 watts per hour, so 1.5 kilowatts per hour. So it cost me about 20 cents an hour to keep the garage at a very sprightly 83 degrees Fahrenheit. If I had solar energy, I could just do this all the damn time. I never have to worry about it. Tarsman says, but the batteries are expensive. They're really not that bad anymore. Ruskin says, Tarsman says you'd be better off on the installation. I want to do both. I want to do both. So, yeah. But yeah, Chris Hogan says I made the mistake to put solar on my roof. My power is too cheap. It's going to take me 25 years to ROI. And see, that does not work for me. I want to be ROI'd in like a year, 2 max. And if I'm spending like, let's just say 15 kilowatt battery pack's going to run me, let's call it $2,500 in parts and shipping and all of that. 2,500 bucks. Okay. 48 volts. You're going to need an inverter, which is going to run you another $2 grand. You're going to need panels, probably going to run you $4 grand, I would assume. So you're all in around $10,000. Could you make that back? I think you could. I think you could. But, you know, it's one of those things that I'll probably never do because it has such a high upfront cost that unless we can get a really dope sponsorship from like one of these solar companies or whatever, it's probably not going to be financially feasible for me. Unless I get a job. Oh God. Why are you so tight down there? We don't want that. Don't do that. Panel gaps are that of a 90s Toyota. Not great. Yeah, I might have a longer ROI. I don't know, man. I literally have not put more effort than a couple of, a couple of YouTube videos down this rabbit hole, okay? Right? Like, cut me some damn slack here. 90s Toyota or brand new Tesla. That's just mean. That's just mean. It's 344. I say 345. We give away a spool. So if you haven't signed up to win a spool of the super awesome printed solid Jesse filament, you have about 60 seconds to do so. Get that done. What we're going to do is we're going to shut the form down while we do the drawing, and we'll reopen it back up after the drawing is done. There we go. Yeah. Fitment on this, not amazing. Tesla roof, you lose your roof in a storm. We just put a 25-year roof on this house 3 or 4 years ago. So that's not happening. And I don't know, are Tesla roofs even rated for Florida? I don't know. All right. You know, I'll leave the form active. We'll leave the form active for right now. I'm just going to grab the names from that form. Hello? There we go. All right. Let's grab everybody's names. Let's toss it in here. Do a shuffle dance. Click the spin. Remember, if you are outside of the United States, you can either pay for the shipping or you can get a shirt whenever the heck we figure it out. The winner is, let me just make sure they are who they are. Where'd you go? Did you get everything right? You did. Spectra V3i. Spectra V3i. I can see you in the chat, so you'll get it. But Spectra V3, I got it. I need to mark his name on here. Spectra, did you win recently too? So what we're doing is every month we're just kind of resetting. So theoretically you could win 2 weeks in a row. But right now I'm thinking once a month seems fair. It gives others, you know, gives others the opportunity to win too. I saw you there earlier, dude. You're good. I got to keep my my OBS open. Got to figure out. Just got to make sure everything is good. All right. Spectre V3S says, thank you, birthday present. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. All right. Last one of these legs. I got to move the whole friggin'... Oh, God, this printer's getting heavy. I mean, I guess I should have understood that, but... Jeez. Oh, sweet. Okay. You won last month, too. Nice. Look, I mean, literally, there were... How many people entered? How many people entered before the cut? Let me see. 29 people. You had a 1 in 29 chance of winning a spool of filament. Oh, no, no, no! Dang it! Why are you attached? Why can't you just be some sort of connector? Because you keep falling. Ugh. It's not intentional. This is not like, this is just the way my life is. Unfortunately, I am not always the most, unfortunately not always the best at, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know the word that I'm looking for. I'm having a hard time thinking. To tie that thing down. Unplug it. I can't unplug it. It's hardwired. Which is dumb. Sorry. It's dumb. Oh, I missed some screws on this one. Let's get those in place. I like how everything comes with a little bit of blue Loctite. I'm not certain that it's necessary. Yeah, they could have had you were plugged into the top of the base. Yeah, it could have totally been a plug right there, and it would have been just fine. Like, Seabass says cut the wire and resolder it back. You all have seen me have those skills, so you know I have those skills. You know I have those skills. I am looking for the M8. Okay. Andrew Rogers, $10 for the RTFM fund. Hey, 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 hey. Look, the manuals are right here, okay? It is just, I think it's on camera. Yeah, it's on camera. It's there. Don't even. Yeah, I'm having a Linus Tech Tip kind of day, okay? Having a Linus Tech Tip kind of day. Or we're all allowed to be Linus of 1 or 2 days a month. Unfortunately, my days are always when I'm streaming for some ungodly reason. Heartforge Solutions as it can come up with there a bunch of connections to fiddle with. Why are you not threading in? What is your major malfunction, Private? Oh, come on, you can do that. I have faith in you. Did he say I'm LT? Ashley says LTT is trash. Well, I don't know. I don't mind them. I do like the new Scrapyard Ward series. I think after they got exposed, or whatever the heck you want to call it, with you know, issues with their reporting, that they kind of cleaned up their act, and you know what? I'm kind of here for it. I believe that it can be very easy to stray away from your ultimate goal if it happens slowly. Right? Oh, come on. I need an implement to pound with. No, that... Why is that going to be the thing that gets clipped out of this? Should be enough. Yeah, the Gamers Nexus report. They probably paid so much for that makeup artist, most people have recognized Linus. Well, look, I like the idea of it. Amber knows this about me. I think a lot of our Discord knows this about me at this point, but I will relentlessly search for a deal. I will relentlessly search for a deal. Often well and truly to my detriment. And I recognize it. It's not like I'm... it's not like I am, like, denying it. FYI, Sovol says 1 hour assembly. Well... that sucks for me. But I relentlessly search for deals. Like, I have a Hero 7 Black from GoPro that we're going to be using as our new POV cam. And actually, if you watched the curtain video, which I thought was a really good video, and it did not do well. I was a little bummed about that. That video did not do anywhere near as well as we were hoping for. We put a lot of effort into that video. But there are some GoPro shots in there. Well, GoPro just dropped the price of the Hero 10 Black to $150. You can get a Hero 10 Black on Amazon, $150, which I think is a pretty good deal. I got a screaming deal on my Hero 7 Black. It was $56. I'm like, well, I mean, a Hero 10 is much nicer. So I don't know. I'm like, oh, dang. So I relentlessly search for good deals. Make Check says, nice hat. Yeah, I've already cut myself, so I have to wear the hard hat. You know, we're not trying to make Amber work today, so. We got some water. When was the last time you hydrated? When was the last time you liked the stream? Like the stream if you haven't. Get some water. Oh. Ah, yes, that very high in total dissolved solids well water. All right. We got the posts up. So you could say that I'm no longer Post Malone. You all will deal with this. Okay. Really? You want me to put the top frame on next? Not the interior? I mean, whatever, you do you, but I feel like the inside should go next. I don't know. Yvonne here, it's one of the guys from Deposition Sound. Says, came in late, build looks good so far. What's the first big print gonna be on this bad boy? I think it should make noise, whatever that may be. I don't actually have an answer for that at the moment. Although I do have some client projects that I could try on this, but I don't know if I really want to do client projects on a machine like this immediately. Oh, I see why they want you to do this. It fits in... What? I mean, maybe if it was a subwoofer, maybe I could. I'm just saying. But I do want to do... So, if you don't know him, it's one of the guys behind Deposition Sound. They make 3D printed speakers, and if you keep an eye out... I am currently in talks with a couple of different repositories, but we are going to be running a contest for a set Deposition Sound speakers. So if you want to get yourself a pair, you better get subscribed and all that kind of thing, because we're going to be talking all about that here very soon, I hope. I didn't realize it was going to be this difficult to get repositories on board, but here we are. I mean, it kind of makes sense, really, but I don't know. Never done this kind of thing before, but we're going to run a contest with repositories on it. Bearded printer. I'm not saying that we're going to have a coupon code when we run the contest, but we might. Just saying. We might. Heartforge Solution says, whatever you do, don't move the Z. It took me like 30 minutes to get it realigned. Is it not auto-realign itself? Mr. Tiberum says, so I got some a CFPET for a project. What pitfall should I watch out for? I mean, well, the big one is obviously going to be, do you have a fully abrasion-resistant filament path? I quoted out a project, which I hope actually goes through. I don't normally talk about stuff before it goes through, because then when it doesn't, you always feel kind of crappy about it. But we'll talk about this one because it makes sense. I quoted a job for, it's basically going to be 190 kilos of a carbon fiber filament there. And that's as much as I really want to get into that project, but it's 190 kilos of a carbon fiber filament. And basically, whatever printer we put that on is going to be trash, right? Whatever printer that you print a bunch of carbon fiber on, it will get trashed. Gears will get trashed. Hot ends will eventually get trashed. PTFE tubing is going to be trashed. So, yeah. Andrew Ryder says, for a hot minute, I thought he said suppositories and I had concerns. Well, you know, what you like to do in your free time is between you and yours. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, so you do kind of have to give it the old Do a little dance, make a love, get down tonight kind of thing. A little Cool in the Gang. Is that Cool in the Gang? I hope it's Cool in the Gang. Right? I don't know. Let's see. That is, why would you not put it into the frame before? I feel like you would do that beforehand. I don't friggin' know, man. I don't know. All right, frame's over here. Let me grab it. Spectre V3i says, I printed Mark IV parts out of ASACF. Now I need to buy a Mark IV or upgrade my Mark III's, which is a better bargain, takes the same amount of space. I would get a second printer, personally. I would go for a second printer. I think it's better to get a second printer than to just upgrade one. Because you could, for $250, just upgrade the Mark III to a Mark 3.5, get the input shaping and all that bad mamma jamma stuff. And then you could also have a Mark IV. And you could do the Mark III upgrade later, you know, the Mark 3.5 upgrade. And if you do want to see that, I do have a Mark 3.5 upgrade kit inside. That will be a stream. As you can tell, I am a little bit overwhelmed on the streaming right now. I want to go to streaming every week, but I need to figure out insulation first. I bought a big roll of radiant barrier, so I'm going to try to do that. So we'll see. See how that goes. I gotta see how tough it's gonna be for me to install it on my own. Because that is the other thing, I have to install it on my own. All right. Just making sure I'm doing stuff correctly here. All right. Since this is a square frame, we're going to want to do it so that we'll get them started, but we're going to get them all started. Tarsman says you don't have to. You are making a choice to. No, I have to. Otherwise, I'm at the mercy of everybody else for their schedules, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to work through my disability, and I'm going to figure it out myself. Yeah, we're already kind of at a square here. Wait, do these... Let me see. I didn't snug them up, but I'll loosen them even more. Mr. Brim says, I got some foil-backed duck wrap from my local splash. It was really easy to apply myself. I am really debating on doing a... doing like a fan-only stream for that, where I wear a GoPro or something on my head. Because like the previous homeowner just absolutely... the attic entrance is terrible. He used a reciprocating saw to cut a rectangular hole here in the attic and put a crossbeam in to screw the piece of wood back up. Like, it's kind of jank. Why are none of these aligning? What the heck? Nope. I gotta take off the hard hat because I can't get a good view. So I will put it back on, don't worry, but I'm taking it off for right now. Balance has a ceiling. Yeah, so I can actually show you this. Take a look at the A camera. I'll show you what my roof looks like. That's the roof in here. And in fact, I can probably show you the hole that the guy cut. Here, let me do that. And let me zoom in here real quick. So when I said this person literally cut a hole with a recip saw, I wasn't kidding. There's the attic access. You can see the hole cut. That's my attic access. Kind of jank. But yeah. And because of the way the roof is pitched, you're basically right up along the edge of the roof. It's a little dangerous. So there's no ladder or anything like that. So premium workmanship right there. Yeah. Buddy cut it with a dull beaver and just said, whatever, man. It is what it is. I mean, he never bothered to put insulation. He never bothered to put, like, drywall up in the garage. Florida roofs, baby. Oh, Yvonne, I'll have to send you a photo when I'm up there. There's a second roof in there because the garage is an addition to the house. So that one is always funny for me, too. Because there happens to be a second roof when you're up there. Although it's gonna be the old shingle color. The roof has a roof. Yes, the roof has a roof. Come on, find your hole. What is your major malfunction, Private? Which way do you need to go? I think it has to come in. Grant struggles to find the hole. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'm here for it. I'm here for Happy Gilmore Full Metal Jacket. What is your major malfunction, Private? And that is about as much as you can say from Full Metal Jacket and not get demonetized or canceled in today's day and age. So. I think Full Metal Jacket is a phenomenal movie, but it's a little rough and doesn't fare well with current ideologies in the world. Ooh, ooh, ooh! I got it! It's in the hole! Let's go! It's in the hole. Oh, man. Only one's in the hole? Come on. Who'd have thought I'd be begging a machine to let me put it in? Jeez. Is this the cyborg future we all have to look forward to? This is really not great. I'm gonna pick it up and turn it toward me, so that's a little bit easier. I guess I can now pick it up from the top frame, right? Careful with the hot end. But I mean, like, you don't have to do any belt routing, you know? Which, like, on a Voron, that's pretty good. Yeah, I gotta wiggle. Basically, I'm moving the axis up and down a little bit till the holes catch. And that actually seems to be working quite well. There we go. All right, I can definitely tell that these are not level. And unfortunately, well, actually those look to be about the right height. All right, we're gonna level them and hope, and then we're gonna go ahead and snug everything in. You might ask yourself, Grant, why are you doing this? Well, if we get it... Oh, crap. There's no motors in the front. I guess I will align it to a different part of the business card. All right, we'll do it this way. Okay. If we can get it reasonably close, then it should be pretty easy for it to figure it out. All right. In my head, that is the right way to do this, right? Oh God, why are you doing this to me today, camera? Oh, hold on. Taking the wide angle lens off this. You don't need that. See? You don't need that. Look at that. Like I'm working in relatively close distances, or relatively far distances, so you don't need that. You really should have more leveling blocks than just one. I probably should. You're not wrong. I should have 4. So fine. I will get 4. Do it right. You're right. You're right. All right, now we can screw everything down. There, put the 4 leveling blocks in. We got them. Now we can go ahead. Leveling blocks. They're literally just blanks of my business card. But I know that they are all the same size. And so ultimately, that's kind of what matters here. Use the seat of your pants method. Ah, yes, the F it, we're just going to send it method. Which, as a lot of you know, if you've watched this channel long enough, I am no stranger to that method. I will often say, F it, we'll do it live. And that method is not always the best method, to be clear. Also, the edge of this printer is like unreasonably close to my face right now. So, we're putting our helmet back on for safety. If you watch LTT, why do I feel like Elijah? Aha! My hard hat just hit the printer. It saved me. Eh? Smart. So while I don't think this is going to be perfect, certainly it's not going to be. I think this gets us much closer than a regular method here. And that's kind of what we're looking for, you know? Also, 4:15, we'll do another filament draw, so get your entries in now. Come on down. Doot, 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 doot. Okay. There's a spare parts bag? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, this thing is just shy of a 350 cube, for those wondering. Just shy of a 350 cube. Is the filament holder on the back? Don't do that to me. No, it's on the side. Ugh. Still don't like it. I want companies to put spool holders on the dang front. Nomad says he needs to get the enclosure. I, too, need to get the enclosure for this. Ooh, that's M3 by 12. I need M3 by 10. Do I have the M3 by 10? Have we made it this far without missing parts? No, we're good. All right, when it hits 416, I'm drawing, so get your entries in. We will have more filament giveaways throughout. Make sure that you leave a like as well, and go check out Printed Solid. Also, go check out Sovol. All the links that you need are in the description. I don't have an affiliate for Printed Solid. I'm actually not even certain that they do affiliate marketing. But they were super cool when I reached out, and they're like, hey. I'm like, do you guys mind if we do like filament giveaways or something? They're like, yeah, totally. Here's a bucket of filament for you to do that with. I'm like, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. You need a decal of Victoria on that hat. I gotta come clean about all that. I have no idea where my box of stickers are. I have no freaking clue where my box of stickers are. Like, it's been months. I have no idea. They might be somewhere in the UK or in Prague or London. I don't know. Or in France. I don't know where my stickers are. And I feel like an idiot for saying that, but it's the total truth. All right. Let's grab the names. Let's do another entry here. Let's do another entry into the thing. Let's do this. Sort A to Z. There we go. How many do we got? We got only 40 people signed up. So only 40 people want a free roll of filament. Hey. I didn't know it was going to be this difficult to give away filament, but hey. Whatever. 1 in 40 chance ain't bad. Really, it's 1 in 39 because Spectra V3i is not in there anymore. What do we got? What do we got? What time is it? Hey, Nepo. Is Nepo awake and in the chat? I know that Nepo's not in the States, so Nepo's going to win a shirt. Little Nepo Muck won. Come on. Yeah! You're here this time! Let's go! All right. Nepo wins! Woohoo! Nepo gets a shirt. Unless you really want to spend... Wait, hold on. I see some of you don't know math. Let's make sure a little Nepo knows the math. Where's your thing? There it is. All right. Yeah, you got it. You're good. Nepo is in our Discord server. She is very active. She is awesome. What did Ashley say? Someone said, so sorry to hear that, Ashley. Oh no, Ashley said, I haven't been printing much lately. I've been super depressed since my dog crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that, Ashley. That's never fun. We just had somebody else reach out about that. They wanted to get a model made of their deceased dog. All right. I'm gonna give a creator a shout out that I don't think any of you would know. Their name is Emma Beth Art. Just go to Instagram and search Emma Beth Art. If you scroll down like a little over a year ago, they did a piece for Victoria. I commissioned a piece for Victoria. Highly recommended. It was crazy affordable. And amazing hand-drawn colored pencil stuff. Super awesome. I would highly recommend that, especially if if you want to give a really cool gift to somebody, or, you know, you want to memorialize an animal when they have left our lives and have continued on to whatever may come after. Yeah, Emma Beth art, I think, is, I don't know if one of the mods have it on, if one of the mods have her Instagram, throw it in the chat for me. Highly recommend her art. Her art is really, really nice. So sorry to hear about your dog. Dude, that's the friggin' worst. Like, we're so just, I don't even know the right way to put it. Because, like, blessed is always, like, connotated with religion. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Right? But I don't, for lack of a better word, we are blessed by animals in our lives. Right? Like, they're only in our lives for such a small amount of time. And they have such a huge impact. Yeah. I am dreading when this happens with Victoria, right? And like I probably have another 5 to 10 years. She's 7 or 8, somewhere in that range. I honestly don't know. Yeah. Thank you, Tars, man. Art by Emma Beth. Thank you. I said I honestly don't think I'd still be alive if Abby didn't help me. She saved my life. See, pets are awesome. She died on Stitch Day, 6/26. Oh, yeah, because that's Stitch's number. All right. Well, you got some good time. If you knew it was terminal in December, I think you got some good time. Sorry for your loss. No, that one's tough. I didn't mean for this to get all sad. But I don't know, man. But yeah, go scroll back through her post history. You'll find the one of Victoria that she did a while back. And it was like crazy affordable. Like way less than it should be. But she was super nice. Like it's hand signed, hand drawn, numbered. Is really cool. Oh, Tarsman put the post in there for you guys too if you want to just see the post directly. But yeah, Emma's work, top notch, highly recommended. She does not pay me for that, but if you do reach out, tell her 3D Musketeers sent you. Seems like the right time to, you know, to shout out somebody else's work, especially when their work is that damn good. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I have to keep working. Because if this takes all day, you all are just going to not watch this anymore. So, I gotta keep rolling. Oh. Okay. How in the Sam Hill... What? The cover's magnetically connected? That's cool. Dude, how much goop did they put on this thing? There's a lot of goop in here. Don't sue me, Gwyneth Paltrow. Don't sue me. All right, well, let's enhance. Enhance. Look at this tool head. Nice and close. BLD0550 for $5 says Bob the Builder. Can we break it? Yes, we can. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm actually punching a little too close, I think. Let me yeah, we got some chips. There's our hot end. Looks strikingly similar to another printer manufacturer's hot end. Look at all the goop. Just all the goop. Why so much goop? Why do we need so much goop? And you know what? BLD0550, I just got the thing saying, do I want to skip ads? Since you donated $5, everybody gets to skip the ads. So everybody thank BLD0550. They donated $5. You all get to skip the ads. That cable is removable. It's really not. I mean, okay, everything is removable if you try hard enough. There's some sticky all over this. What kind of stickiness did... Who let Spider-Man in here? Like, come on. I want to start doing that on streams. Like if people donate a couple of bucks, like even, I mean, really, even like $1 would be more than enough to skip ads at this point. If we do that, we can skip the ads, and that's a win for everybody. I don't know, it feels kind of... feels weird to do that thing. You know, it feels like weird to ask that. Like, hey, I got an ad coming up. Who wants to donate $1 or whatever to skip the ads? Because it's like, feels like you're begging for money, but if everybody can be given a better viewing experience from that, I don't know, is it... What are y'all's stance on that? I'm gonna just ask you friggin' live. I don't normally ask this kind of stuff live because I feel like that's just I'll ask my Discord first and, you know, I'll see what they think, but screw it. I'm gonna ask you guys live. What do y'all think? Where's this other friggin' screw go? Oh, it goes up here. Like, I don't want to be the one that's like begging for super chats or whatever, but that kind of makes sense, right? I feel like it makes sense. I don't know. A lot of people that are in the Discord. Oh, no. Oh, that's... How do you route these cables? I might have done this wrong. A lot of people that are in our Discord know that I'm, like, really sensitive to the finance thing. I hate asking for money. Like, I don't like it when other creators do it because it feels like you're kind of begging, right? I have a table that can go up. Make the table go up. Stop bending down. Right. Like D-Wit says, pay a loony or a toonie to skip an ad. Hey, I'll take a toonie as well, you know? Didn't think the weird Florida man knew Canadian terms, did he? That's a $1 or $2 note from Canada land. It is worth approximately 18 cents. Sorry, that was a low-hanging joke that I just needed to. It doesn't look twisted right now. But with the back not on, it's hard to say for certain. Give me a toonie and I skip the ad, eh? I don't do a good Canadian accent. And certainly whenever I do, it's probably going to push more toward Letterkenny. Anything else? Great show. Absolutely love Letterkenny. I think it's a phenomenal show. Well, I don't think I ever watched the most recent series. I don't know, what are you all watching right now? What's... Do you say sorry a lot too? That's only because I'm insecure. I say sorry a lot. Now in the Sam, where's that? It does go in there. Go in your home. You have a hole that you belong in. Go in your hole. Sorry. Wow, Chris says popping back in and he cut wires. Vlad says, how many ads in an hour? I actually don't have that knowledge because YouTube sets all of that, not me. Tyrusman says, what the frig is a kilometer? Bearded Printer says a kilometer is a measure of how many kills you have. Kilometer. So what you're saying is the United States knows a lot about kilometers. Oh, don't go there. That's gonna... I hit my head on something. My hard hat saved me again. How in the heck do you get this third screw in? I'm not that stupid. How do you do? Go into your threads. Why? I know you guys can't see anything, but I really can't see anything either. Andrew Rodder's been watching The Bear. I haven't watched that yet. In fact, I haven't watched The Boys. Oh God, that's heavy. I haven't watched The Boys. I haven't watched The Bear. There's a lot of shows that I'm just like flat out not watched yet. But like, I literally only watch like 1 or 2 YouTube videos a day max. Because I'm pretty much working right up until I have to go to sleep. And I go to sleep because I'm exhausted from working. I never said it was healthy. I just said this is the way that it is. All right, I'm setting this back up a little bit more so I can see. So I can see just a little bit better of what's going on here. Yeah, that definitely is supposed to go there. Why is that screw so difficult? What's falling? Why did you just fall? Nobody touched you. Go back there, Mr. Mortimer. Stay. All right, let me make sure I'm not being stupid here. Yeah, it's definitely this one. Nope. I did this wrong. All right. I got to take this off because this wire, it's supposed to be on the out. No. It's on the in. Is it on the inside? Did I get this right accidentally? No friggin' shot. I definitely did. No shot. Look at that. Ha! Who's the smart one now? Uh-huh. I think I got it right. I don't know. If I didn't, I'm sure I'll be frustrated about it, which you guys seem to enjoy. So it's like the ball and hex key does not have enough movement to get it in there. Mine did this and it wasn't seated all the way. That looks pretty seated to me. I could be dumb, blind, and stupid, which is totally fair these days. Hold on. These 2 screws were simple, so I am going to pull them both out. And we're going to try to do the hard one first. So that's probably the right one. Oh, you nincompoop. That's the wrong damn hole. No wonder it was... Ah! Okay, I was trying to use... There's a screw hole right there. I'm supposed to use the one that's over there. Wrong hole. Happens to the best of us, I guess. Hey, we got 45 seconds to the next ad, apparently, according to YouTube. Out of respect, I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. Since $5 lets me skip a couple ads. So I'm going to skip it. Oh yeah, threads in way easier when you're using the right hole. Who knew? Everybody with that's what she said. Yep, it's okay. Get it all out. Nomad says, "What's more fun in the wrong hole?" Yeah, how's your positron with red Loctite? I don't think it agrees with that. Fairly certain your positron with red Loctite does not agree with that. Dewa says, "I'm so tempted to send you one of my Canadian-themed hard hats, but would you wear it?" I mean, yeah, why not? Like, why wouldn't I wear it? This was the hard hat that I had. I have two hard hats. They're both from my previous day job, where I was working on an active construction site for a minute. And I needed a hard hat. And they gave us hard hats, but they were like, you know, hard hats that anybody can wear, and that's gross. So I spent the entirety of $30 to get two different hard hats. It was totally worth it. Do not regret it for a second. Now, I guess the question is, how do you keep the, how do you keep all this from flopping around? I guess it naturally doesn't? I don't know. All right. I'm going to move that back a little bit. Next up, they want me to do the screen. I was kind of hoping for a nicer screen. This just seems like the same kind of screen that's on a Prusa. I could be wrong. The cable ties to the boat and... okay. Okay. Smart. Let's get that screen on. I'm fairly certain this is like the same screen that like a Mark III's has. I will say, other than my own basic stupidity, which is a very valid and true thing these days, this has been a pretty easy build. Haven't had to curse Steve builds once. For those that don't get that joke, it's a joke. I'm not being serious. Okay. Not bad, not bad. All right. Oh my God, now that's just bad. Okay. Well, I guess it's a find a plug, install a plug kind of thing, right? Does it fit? That's the question. Dun 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 dun. Now where's the light? The light's right there. Okay. Is this okay? This is the thing for the light. Right? It's the one for the light? Yeah, it is. Wow, this thing is like definitely guaranteed to hit me in the head. Ow! This is why we have a hard hat on. You can't hurt yourself with a hard hat. Yeah, that small one for the LED is a little tough. Ain't gonna lie about that. That one's tough. No shame in it though. No shame in it. It is okay to struggle in life. Oh crap! I'm putting weight on the axis here. It is okay to struggle. I struggle all the damn time. It is okay to struggle. You gotta work through it. And I get it, I get it, I get it. It's not easy, it's difficult, you don't want to do it. I know, I've been there, I've done that, I've gotten the t-shirt, right? But remember, there are people out there that want to see you fail. That's all they want to do is see you fail. Don't let them win. Don't let those people win. Ow. There are people out there that want to see me fail. We don't let them win. We don't do that. Not around here. All right, so which one of these is X and which one of these is Y? It's a core XY. Technically, they're both X and Y. Okay, the X is the one that's further away. But I guess that should make sense because the X wire is the longer wire. Yeah, you dingleberry, you should have known that. Spectra V3i says, what printer should I get to print Prusa parts out of PCCF? Whatever printer you got can probably do it just fine, I would guess. There's not normally a need to get a fancy printer for that kind of stuff. You can often just use whatever printer that you have. See, most Prusa parts are not very big, and so PCCF is not that big of a deal. How does it... Let's see. Oh God, I gotta flip the printer over. I guess that makes sense. Oh, and it wants me to run... This is the camera harness. It wants me to run that underneath, which is not how I would have done it. But, all right, I will do it. We'll do it that way. I have a huge issue with cameras on open frame 3D printers. The camera for this machine is right back over here, and so anything that is over here, you know, or further away in your house, your shop, whatever it is on camera. And I just, it makes me really uncomfortable for that kind of stuff. I don't like that stuff. I don't like it. And it's why they don't put printers on the network. Spectre says, straight 3DX Tech PC. You already know I've tried half a dozen times. The parts are warping. And they're only the Y-axis belt adjustment parts. Yeah. Welcome to the world of PC. It hates you, and you will eventually hate it too. Polycarbonate is a very, very difficult material to 3D print. Don't feel bad if you struggle to print polycarbonate. It is not an easy material to 3D print. You need a very high temp chamber to do it. So, you need a very, very high temp chamber. All right, we got this Bowden tube. So where's this go? How's this go? Now, why do they include this little coupler in there? I don't understand the purpose of the pneumatic coupler. I guess it's to put it somewhere else. I don't know. Makes no sense to me. Is that what you want me to do? Like that? I guess. Yep. That's what you want me to do. And then we take those. That seems like a very, well, I guess it's not. Oh. Let's take this to the furthest away that it can be. And yeah, so pretty much for the filament path, that will be the furthest away that we want to go. I'll have to redo that because I let it go. Let me find those cable ties. It'll probably just figure itself out. Do you have a separate network for your printers? No, I don't. I don't put my printers online. I don't care who they're made by. Like, I don't have my Prussias online. None of our printers are online. We don't do that. Now, I know a lot of you are different. A lot of you put your printers online, and that's fine. We don't have to agree on that. But, yeah, we don't put our machines online. And before you say it, no, a separate VLAN is not acceptable. Now, if this can run pure Clipper, which I think it can, then I can put it on the network. But if it's not pure Clipper, I don't really feel comfortable putting it on my network. But pure Clipper is really easy to modify on the network side of things, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, I think it's time to flip this old girl. I think we're getting there. I just want to make sure that that looks okay. It looks okay for right now. Oh, okay. So when the filament runs out, you just disconnect it from here and you can pull out the filament that way. Ah. All right. All right. I see you, Sovol. It's actually a really good idea. Okay. All right, at this point, I got to put the Z motors in. I'm going to move the printer down to where it's easier for me to use. What about separate network hardware? We do have separate network hardware for IoT devices. But due to the nature of the work that we often do with 3D printers, we don't take the risk. It's ITAR and CMMC stuff that we do often enough that I don't take the risk. Now, if we can make this YouTube thing work out and, that becomes a profit driver and everything like that, then certainly that tune can change. But right now, that's not the case. So I'm just installing the separate motor drivers, or separate motor cables, I guess I should say. Super, super simple. While I'm down here, I'm also going to check. Oh, I can't check the power supply. I'm going to check the power supply to see. Who makes you? What is your owner? Wait a minute. It's an Ornson. How is this printer able to be sold in the United States? The power supply is from a company that is sanctioned. Ornson. They're a... oh, crap. I missed the ads. I'm sorry. How do I pause the freaking ads? Well, oh well. Sorry, guys. I just saw the message said that ads were inserted. My bad. Get you on the next one. Let me see if I can just pause ads real quick. Okay, I can put a 10-minute delay on ads. All right. There you go. Snitches get stitches. WT Cook says. I could have sworn that Orange Sun was one of the power supply manufacturers that were sanctioned. That were sanctioned. It's not my fault. I didn't do nothing wrong. This was sent to me. So I've got no skin in this game. There's no penalty for me. But like see that right there, that's literally the kind of stuff that like I have to be. Yeah. Prusa Pro green looks awesome. Yeah, that new Galaxy green. I might have some of it inside. All right. Like the video, get a drink of water. We're doing this together. Get some water. Our fortune says imported pre-sanction. Most likely. Most likely. I'm not the police. It's not my job. I really don't care. But, like, that can be a legitimate concern for some. Wait, where's the damn power input? Is it on the back? No. Where's the power input? Is it on the other side? Must be. Ah. Left side. Yeah, there it is. Is this going to be long enough to reach it? No. Okay, I think we got it right. Now, I was told that we need to get the new firmware. Well, first, let me just make sure we have all this. Yes, this is the screen. I don't care about the screen or the menus or anything like that right now. I don't care about that. All right. Because this printer is getting close to you guys, I'm going to install your wide angle lens here. Give me a second. See? Ta-da! You have a wide angle lens. That's cross-threaded. Hold on. It's bothering me. Get out of there. For those wondering, this is an old Canon camcorder. It is a Canon Vixia HF R600? Somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere around there. Canon Vixia camcorder. I can also zoom it in a little bit. Yeah, Canon Vixia camcorder. They make great top-down cameras, so they have a metric buttload of optical zoom. Okay, so I need to get the firmware image file. Okay. Yeah. 5 gigs? Jeez. 5 freaking gigs. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta figure out how to flash it, right? Power cable. Boot. Information, check the firmware. I already have the latest version of the firmware. Yada, yada. Oh, all right. So that's not, All right. Well, I'm just going to throw it on here when it downloads. It's got a Benchy and a Benchy fast. So we have those two things. I am going to get that download file as soon as it comes through. Oof. Lost a few frames there. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that we were losing some frames. Beer Printer says that build plate lacks finger grease. You should touch it more. Okay. That's how you know I'm actually touching it. Does that upset you? Does that upset you? I'm going to clean the build plate anyways. Like, come on. I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I do a lot of dumb things, but of course, I got to find my alcohol. Well, alcohol's not out here. All right. Fine. Now alcohol. We use a Lysol wipe. Does the same thing. Works just fine. Done this to printers so many times. It works great. As long as whatever you put on there removes oil. That's really the big thing you're looking for, is that it removes oil. If it removes oil, you're generally good to go. Okay. Hard Forge Solutions. Oh yeah, you dirty boy. John Lynn says, but I have no worries. Yeah, for most people, you don't have a worry. My business is not most people. SD cards, Wi-Fi exists, just saying, doesn't matter. I'm not going to federal prison. It's not worth it to me. What? Their SD card is not big enough to fit their image file. Wait, no, it definitely is. No, it's not. Son of a diddly. Really? All right, well, I'm going to delete the user manual. No, I downloaded the disk image file, the .img. It's 5,000 kilobit. 5,000 kilobytes. It's 5 gigs. SV08 image file. Oh, I did. I downloaded one for the eMMC adapter. Dang it, Bobby. Sometimes my own stupidity worries me. Can you not open, please? Let me just preview it. Dang it. This is why we can't have nice things. Well, no, the SD card is only 8 gigs. How slow is my download out here? Jeez. There it goes. QDisk is formatted. Well, I'm not going to format it. I'm not formatting this. I need the files that are on it. Ah! I'm delaying ads again. We're gonna delay ads. So there you go. You get another 10 minutes ad free. I guess it's set to every 10 minutes. That seems like a very long. Seems like a very short amount of time. But that's what YouTube says is appropriate. So I don't know, man. All right, so I got the Debian archive. That will work fine. Although I'm probably going to skip some frames when that happens. Yeah, the update package. Yep. All right, I got the update package. We are good. Skip didn't work, God ads. Can't help you. I got a countdown timer on my side. That's all I can do here is tell you that I have 9 minutes until the next time I have to hit the button again. Something that I should have thought of when I did all this. Firmware's 88 megabytes. Yes, that's what I have. It's a Debian archive file. All right. Bearded Bucket with $3. There you go. That's how we get through the ads. Thank you. Look, if we can get, like, people... Where's the USB? Oh, it's over here. Okay. If we can get that happening on a regular basis, I will just turn off ads for live streams. Instructions don't assume you're using a pre-formatted drive. They kind of do. But F it, we're doing it live. Here, let me bring the webcam over for you guys. Give me a second. Loo, 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 loo. All right, so this should be top down with webcam. Well, no, we kind of... What if I add this? Ha-ha! There you go. And thank you, Bearded Bucket, for allowing us to skip more ads. All right, let's turn the power on. System booting. Again, huge thank you to Sovol for sending over this this printer. While we're waiting for that to figure itself out, let's give away a spool of Jesse PLA filament. Or just a spool of Jesse filament. Doesn't have to be Jesse PLA. I will give you guys 60 seconds to enter. And then we're going to give away some filament. WT Cook gifting 5 memberships. Steve's Cave, Nova, Aaron, Hobo, Banana, and Filthy Phil all got some memberships because of WT Cook. Thanks for being freaking awesome. Oh, hey, the lights turned on. Fancy. All right, yeah, let's give away that spool. Let's give away that spool. Giving away another spool of filament. Giving away another spool of filament. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Let's go check them all again. Let's give away some filament. Let me make sure they got everything right. Let me make sure they got everything right. Fruitanical Wares. Fruitanical Wares. Are you in the chat? Fruitanical Wares. Fruitanical Wares, you won the filament. Are you in the chat, though? 2.3.3. What did I download? 2.3.3. Hey, it did update. Nice. All right, that worked. Do we have the person? Fruitanical Wares. Fruitanical Wares. John Lynn gets it. Come on, Fruitanical Wares. I need you to comment. Or I gotta give it to somebody else. Ah, it's killing me. Fruitanical Wares. All right, we got to move on. Who's going to win this time? Oh, I know they're in here. Bearded Printer. You win. You got a spool filament. Let's go. Bearded Printer gets himself a roll of Jesse, and he can do math. That's awesome. This is not intended, but so far I think everyone that's won has been a Discord member. It's not intended. Bearded Printer says he's not there. Is that you telling me to redraw it? If you want me to redraw it, I can redraw it. Show IP. No. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. Kali says, I'm not here. I'm sleeping. Brother, I wish I was sleeping too. All right. So we got to look at... I accept my winnings. All right. There you go, boss. You got yourself a roll of printed solid filament. All right. I got to make sure that we do all the stuff. So I feel like I should hit the auto calibrate first. But it appears that it wants me to not do that. So I don't know. All right, let's do Z-axis, I guess. So that's going to be leveling. Do I want to do calibrate Z offset? I mean, I guess. All right, that's what you say. You say that I need to do it, so I'll do it. Oh, wow, I didn't pop a breaker. I thought I was going to pop a breaker. And yes, there will be at least one more spool given away before we finish up. Potentially a few. But the only way that you'll know is if you're here to find out. It's heating up, so at least there's that. There is no filament loaded into it. It didn't say to load filament. So I don't know. You loaded the PLA yet? No, it didn't say to load PLA. It says, turn on power and enter the home page. Press the button to confirm. Enter the first menu. Select leveling. Calibrate Z offset. The machine will automatically heat the hotbed to 60C. Which definitely heats to 65, but whatever. Reset Z-axis calibration, nozzle heating, and Z-axis height calibration. It does not tell me to put filament. Like here's the manual. You can read this all together. At least that didn't break. Oh my god, that's fast. That's so fast. Oh, that's so fast. Jeez. Whatever, man. Beads RCZ says he came from Modbot stream. Well, hey to Modbot peeps that might have come over. We're skipping ads. Huge thanks to Bearded Printer, right? Who gave us the money to skip the ads? Someone gave us money to skip ads. We're skipping ads. We're skipping ads. Ash says I have to remove the plastic from the Mark IV before I can print with the SV08. Nah. That was Bearded Bucket. The two of you with your beards. Is it gonna try to print right now? Yeah, it is. It's gonna try to print. Why does it not say to load filament in the manual? Am I stupid? Don't answer that. Although, well, if the system is set correctly, it should not run because there's no filament loaded into it. So, be curious to see what happens. There's no filament loaded in it. Is it going to yell at me for not having filament? Well, you know what? Let's get it some filament. I don't see it in the manual, guys. I could be missing something. It says that it's going to print. But, like, does someone notice where it says that I need to load filament here? Because it doesn't say that. It says it will print, but it doesn't say that it needs to load filament. So when you say that I need to load filament because it says it in the manual, that it's incorrect. It does not say it in the manual. And yes, that is pedantic, to be very clear. I do want to make sure that this thing is fast. I have no idea if filament's actually in there, so printing now, it says. Okay, I got filament fed through, so we should be good. It says it's going to be printing, so you guys can see the same thing that I can see. At least I think you can. I can get you a little bit closer if you want. Although, really, I should probably be like that. Looks good. There's some black filament in it previously. Gave me a dollop. That's a pretty serious purge line. A little bit unnecessary, but a pretty serious list. John Lynn says, next live stream, we expect you to make use of that hard hat for a camera mount POV style. Okay, so we've looked at doing this. The problem is there's just too much crap in the background, and it won't work out well. So, yeah. I don't know if that's a better view for you all. Feel like it's really not. I don't know. That's a really easy printing experience. Future Under says, will there be a review of this printer in the future? Maybe. We're not touching reviews of printers for like 6 months, right? You will need to look at prints in live at Just Z. I mean, it's a little close, but it's a textured build plate, so you kind of want it a little bit close. See how that looks. I'm just moving it a little bit. Now, I can show you guys stuff behind the camera. It's just really ugly. So we tend not to do that. That little stepper motor here that runs the extruder, that thing is chug-a-luggin', man. Oh, what the heck? Dang it. Figure this out. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Way more better. Yep. There we go. Oh, it just rebooted itself. Did you need to reboot yourself? Is that necessary? Okay. Bed sticks well. We're going to do quad gantry level now. That's what it says to do next. Oh, crap. Sorry. Smacked you guys. Sorry. Oh, set the Z offset and restarted. The printer CFG changed. Ah. That makes sense. This, to me, kind of follows the SV06, right? We called the SV06 lovingly the Poverty Prusa. This is very much like the Poverty Voron, and that's not a bad thing. Ashley says, why would Z offset require a restart? Because it is saving it in the printer CFG file, and you have to restart Clipper and all of that when you do that. Are we done with the quad gantry level? I guess so. All right, bed mesh time. Even Grant can build it. That's right. Tarsman says even Grant can build it. John Lynn says, I should see how much the frame is flexing. The frame is not flexing. The table is wiggly. Yeah, it's the table. It's not the printer. All right, I got 54 seconds to pause ads. Y'all want another 10 minutes ad free? I think you've earned it. Got 74 likes and 98 viewers. Yeah, we're gonna pause ads for another little bit. We're gonna go ahead and delay ads for another 10 minutes. Hate that it's only for 10 minutes. I wish I could do it for a half hour. Mr. Yog Shagoth says, when are we getting an 8-track build stream? Brother, I am so backed up on streams right now. It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute. Andrew Rotter says, I'm curious to see how the SV08 does long term. I love my 06, and I've been looking at the 08 as an affordable addition to my stable printers. I hear that. Troy J just gifted 5 friggin' memberships. Look at that. I keep hitting the camera. Chem Nerd got one. Jordan Burns got one. Techno something got one. Andrew and Cheesy Potato all got memberships gifted by Troy J. Troy J, more like Troy G, because he's the real G. Ash says, what happened to the Prusa Tour video? It is in editing right now. We are expecting it to come out in about a month. The E3D Tour video is coming out next week. That video is done. It has been approved. It is ready to go. And I will tell you, since you're all watching, watch to the end of the E3D Tour video. There will be reasons, but you need to watch all the way to the end. There are interviews that we did with staff at E3D. We did not include those in their entirety for the main video. They're going to be 3 unlisted videos that if you want to watch it, that's how you're going to have to get to it. But we didn't want to extend the length of the video a ton. So, yeah. Do note, though, it's still like a 15-minute video, I think. And that was an afternoon of filming. Prusa was 2.5 days of filming. I say, okay, then the machine just rebooted. That's awesome. I do wish that I could take, and I can probably just make it, but I want to mount the inlet for the Bowden tube here. All right, so theoretically, we're done calibrating. Yeah. All right, let's print. We gotta do the Benchy fast, right? I mean, come on. Benchy fast. All right, while we're doing that, I don't know, 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna draw another roll of filament. So if you want to win a roll of filament from Printed Solid, go ahead and click that pinned comment in the chat, enter for the giveaway, and we will draw in about 2 minutes' time. I can take the hard hat off now, right? I think I can take the hard hat off now. I feel like I'm done with hard hat related stuff. So I don't need the hard hat right now. I don't know. Nepo is normally the person that tells me if I can do that stuff. Geek Toy Box is here. It's Dom's birthday. Everybody wish Dom a happy friggin' birthday. Geek Toy Box. At Geek Toy Box, it's his birthday. The question is, do I feel safe? I live in Florida. I feel like that's a self-explanatory thing for you. All right, less than 60 seconds. Less than 60 seconds. Get your entries in to win some filament. We're going to draw here in just a second. This thing is crazy fast. Dom, I hope you were going to come by, because I was hoping that I was going to be able to wish you a happy birthday on stream. Wait, should we call Dom? Should we call Dom like we called my grandmother? Dom, you're going to have to be a Cuban grandmother. I don't know how this is going to work, but you have to find a way. Because you're 700 millimeter. No, it's not that fast, is it? It's not that fast, is it? Just make sure that you guys can get an ample view of that. All right. Got a bunch of people saying do it. I don't know if I have Dom's cell phone number. All right, let's draw this. Let's draw this roll of filament. draw this roll of filament. Nick T, you were the last one to get your entry in. Just so, you know, whatever that might be worth to you. Shuffle a bunch of times. Hit that spin. All right, let's see if this person qualifies. I gotta find them in the list. This will not be the last one that we give away, so don't worry. If you didn't get in on this one, we're gonna give away another one. It doesn't reset. Do I have to? I'm not gonna call somebody out for not having good math. I'm sorry, but the person that won, your math was not right. Your math was not right. Let's see if this person wins. We got a winner, JDCCC26. Are you in the chat? JDCCC26. Now they're right there. Hey, they're right there. JDCCC26. You have won a roll of filament courtesy of Printed Solid. Would love Printed Solid here. Made in America with American labor, doing American things. Printed Solid. They don't pay me to do that, but that's kind of fun. That thing is friggin' chooching. I gotta get a video for social media for this. Jeez. First print with the Sovol SV08. She is just chewing through that beautiful Printed Solid Yellowbird PLA. Woo! Now this is the speed Benchy thing that they have. They're claiming 12 minutes. That thing is moving. Done. JDCCC26. They're like, what? You want a roll of filament? So all the winners that have won today, contact me via Twitter or Discord, and we'll get you your roll of filament. Do I have to drive to Delaware to pick it up? I mean, if you want to go to Delaware to pick it up, you can. You don't have to. I'm in Florida. But, like, I mean, if you really want to, I'm sure that they would love to save on shipping costs. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to drive to Delaware to pick it up, you're totally welcome to do so. Oh, God. I don't think it's doing a really pretty Benchy, to be honest. But it is a Benchy. Thing is moving. Good thing we got good bed adhesion. This thing definitely needs a PID auto tune because it is not holding stable temps. It's fluctuating as low as like 217 and up to 224. That's normally a PID auto tune thing. It's not that big of a deal. This is Printed Solid's Jessie PLA Yellowbird. We're going to delay ads once again. Because of the awesome people that help out and make it so we don't have to have ads on live streams. Need a very large picture frame. What's the best way to make my joints invisible? Sanding, Bondo, spot putty, and painting. I mean, that's pretty much the only way to do it. Hello? Why? What's going on here? I think the Polymaker heater got really hot. That's odd. We are 7 minutes deep on this thing. And we'll look at this with the top-down camera when it's done. It makes a little blob of filament every time, too. I'm going to definitely change the start code to get rid of how big this blob is. That is not necessary for how big that purge line is. That is not necessary. Big cock. Oh, damn it. All right, you got me. CACH. You got me. You win. You win that one. You got me. I'd like to read people's usernames, but now you're going to make me not do that. Ask if I'm going to Earth this year. You... Damn it. All right, you win. You win that one. By the time I realized what I was saying, it was too late. Ask if I'm going to Earth. There's no such thing as Earth. It is 3D Printopia. And yes... Damn it! I've never been had. I've never been had on stream before. I got had. All right, Big K. If you do see me, remind me of your username, because the photo that we take, I'm gonna flip the bird in it just for you. It does not deserve a spool. We do not give out free filament to debauchery. We don't do that. Damn it! Now I'm just upset. I'm upset that I fell for that. I'll hold you to that. I'm fine with that. No problem. Not a problem. Most people that have ever taken like selfies and stuff with me know, like, if you want to do something funny, I'm down for it. Like, I don't care. This is my go-to username though. How often does that happen? Amber's playing Baldur's Gate 3 and listening, and I was like, what stream am I watching? Yeah, I got had. Yeah. Nope, that's... There's your birthday present. Do I have... Let me see if I have Dom's cell phone number. If I do, I'm calling him on stream. I do! I do have Dom's number!
You're really surprised you have my number?
I'm a little surprised I have your number, yeah. I always forget to save people's numbers, so happy birthday!
Thank you.
You gotta do better than the Cuban grandmother, so what are you gonna say?
That thing is going pretty damn quick, isn't it?
It is, dude. This thing is freaking chooching. It doesn't look great. I will say that the Benchy's a little rough. But when you figure it's a 12-minute Benchy, I mean, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. Chris Young and Amber say happy birthday too. Huh?
Bye.
What's up?
Oh no, it's saying from here it doesn't look bad.
Nah, I mean, it's not bad, but like it ain't going in the best Benchy thing. So that was all. Just I'm like, oh, let me see if I have Tom's number, since I was thrown off by Big K over there.
Yeah. I think we were all thrown off, at least listening.
I can't believe it. How many years have I been doing this, and I finally got had by a username? How many years have I been doing this? And I've been streaming long enough that I've let my spidey senses down, and it got me.
Yes, but you've opened yourself up now, because now that you've been had, now it's going to be a goal for everybody. So
well,
we're going to see some interesting usernames going forward, I think.
Look, man, you know what? I don't care. That's fine. That's funny, though. All right, boss. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you later.
Thank you. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday. Spectre V3I says, where's my phone call for my birthday? Where's your phone number? I don't have your phone number. You're not in my phone. You said you sent me a message on Discord. Does it have a phone number in it? Oh, and he's getting some vanilla bean. Your phone number's not in here. I don't got your phone number. I can't call you. So, that's what you get. I'm like having to make sure my phone doesn't like show on camera because like your address is in there too. Send me your phone number. I'll call you. I don't care. That's okay. I don't want to be on stream today. That's all good, dude. And that really kind of goes to anyone. If you want a birthday call in your stream, I don't care. You can call the shop if you want. The shop rings my phone when I'm streaming. Spectra says they're shy. I get that. I'm kind of shy too. I know it doesn't seem that way. Duff says my phone number is 91. Yvonne says noise level, plan to make it quieter. It's not bad. It's not bad. Really, it has a cooling issue. It's going to definitely need more cooling. It only has one of those little tiny like 40-10 fans. So I don't think cooling is sufficient. And we're going to see it here in a second. I don't think cooling is sufficient on it, but I'm sure there are mods for that already. When you look at the price point of this machine, if it prints even remotely well, I'm sure that because it's been a bit, that there's enough kind of mods that exist out there. So, yeah. WT Cook says, remember what happens the last time you did that? Yeah, someone called and they were a customer. Oh, I'm dropping a lot of frames. Am I having internet issues? No. That's a YouTube issue. But yeah, last time we did that, someone called and it had nothing to do with YouTube. It was a business thing. Yeah, some frame drops, sorry. I'm feeling you didn't plug in the main cooling fan to the right socket. Why do you say that? There's no way for me not to. It's all pre-wired. Am I dumb? All right, let's use top down. Let's get a good look at her here. Oh, that's a little close. Let's back this out a bit. There we go. Oh, you know what? Let me pull off the let me do that. There you go. Pull off the thing. So yeah, as you can see, the bow, it's definitely not cooling very well. Yeah, I'm not impressed by this Benchy at all. But it is a 12-minute Benchy, so I'm not... It is yellow, it's just not showing yellow because automatic white balance and all that. Damn it, Big K just joined the Discord. Alright, Big K, you gotta send me an email. Send me an email and we'll get you in the Discord. Damn it. We got another D-Gen now. So yeah, let's see. Is it better on this camera? Yeah, you can definitely see the layer anomalies. I want to do the 30-minute Benchy. I feel like that's... Did the front fan activate? It looked like it didn't. I didn't plug that into anything. It's definitely there. Let me see if I can turn it on. Is there no way to do this easily? I guess not. It's YouTube at 3dmusketeers.com. Just email that. Oh, and that means we get another 10 minutes since they joined the Discord. It means we get another 10 minutes ad free You guys get on 10 minutes ad free. Should be on the lower fan port. What? Oh. Here? Am I a dummy? I could be a dummy. I was not paying attention to that. Wait, so there's a completely empty fan port? All right, we'll find out. Let's reprint it. Who cares? 12-minute Benchy. Let's redo it. We have to pay to be in the Discord. Yes, our Discord is pay-gated. I'm often in there pretty much every single night, hanging out with everybody live. So, and yeah, you ask anyone that's in our Discord. It is generally seen as a pretty good investment. Yvonne says these machines really should come cooling/flow calibrated for at least 1 or 2 popular filament brands. Okay, in my defense, there's another open fan port on here. So, in my defense, it's not my fault. But it is kind of my fault, but it's also not my fault. Discord is really cool to hang out. Yeah, little Nepomuck is in there all the time. Keep an eye on the fan. Does it come on? I will check. I was not checking that. So thank you to whomever has better eyes than I do on it. Nero did the same thing on his stream. Beads RC said, I recently got Discord. I don't really know yet how it works. It's just a big internet chat room. Best way to describe it. Big K said, I have an SV02. Was going to get the SV06, but didn't have a use for a 4th printer. I did just get a Bamboo A1 after my Prusa Mini crapped out. I know Bamboo isn't the most highly praised around here. Well, to be clear, I have reasons for not highly praising them. But I'm told those A1s are pretty stout until they're not. And it's kind of the thing with Bamboo printers. They're just stout until they're not. And there's no real easy way to fix them. I wish they were more user-friendly. But, yeah. Brian Blankenship says, I pay for the Discord as a business expense. Grant has helped me too much not to. Yeah, it is an easy like if you are a small business owner in the 3D printing sphere and you want to, you know, get businessy and all that, dude, it is an easy $10 to get advice from not just myself, but other people in there that are also doing this. Lewis says, Discord is IRC wrapped in an Electron app with more memes. You are so freaking right. You are so freaking right. Man with a 3D printer says, has Sovol fixed their nozzles with the SV08? What was wrong with their nozzles? They do use proprietary stuff, which I don't like. But I'm going to send off my spare one. I'm going to send off my spare one here. The Diamondback guys, if they don't have one yet. So we can get some diamond variants of this. So I'll text them and see. Because if they don't have it, I'll put it in a mailer and send it to them. I assume you could pretty easily replace this with something else. So it looks like you could probably just flat out replace this with a Bamboo hot, and it would probably work. So, grain of salt that, obviously. What's wrong with their nozzles? The front fell off. No issues with that here. So let's see if it works this time. Okay, yeah, this is silver. Now, I don't know if they're hardened. I assume they're not hardened. Does anybody have Galaxy Green or Galaxy Purple that I can buy? I have to keep mine for a couple more days. Ah! You're right, the fan wasn't running. It's much louder now. This printer is much louder now. Oh my gosh! Okay. Yeah, that front fan was not running at all. Here, let me turn off my noise isolation so you guys can hear. Oh my gosh, this printer is loud. Hold on. Yeah, that fan wasn't on before. Here you go. I'm like, no, this printer is really quiet. No, it's really loud. That printer is really, really loud. Let me turn the mic filter back on. Because yeah, we like that. It does sound like a vacuum cleaner. It absolutely does. It's taking off. You need some deposition sound speakers to overpower the noise. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait, bearded printer. Just you wait. Some of you have never run Delta fans in your computer and it shows. Yes, this sounds like one of our servers when it's booting up. You will get way better benchies now. Well, hey, now we get to compare what happens with no cooling and lots of cooling. Yeah, this printer is prime for a tool changer project. Jesus, this thing is fast. Like, it didn't do any input shaping, did it? I don't think it did any input shaping. Yeah, it's looking way better now. Yeah, considering this Benchy had basically no cooling, now I'm actually impressed. Should be a print fix entry. You're right, it should be. This should be an entry to Print Fix Friday, but I've already filmed it this week. Oh, apparently there's a firmware mod for the controller noise. That might have come on a 58C for the motherboard cooler. Yeah. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? All right, well, we're doing that. 2 more minutes and we'll give away the next roll of filament. 2 more minutes. Yep, this whole roll of filament got slight... Oh, no, it's... Oh, crap. It is wrapped around itself. That is all my fault. Yep, there's the knot. Huh. I didn't think it had a knot in it, but it does. I thought it got too hot, but it has a knot. All right, so let's do something. Let's, since we know this is going to end up looking better, let's break this filament here. Let's test the runout sensor. Oh, come on. There you go. I could go get my Sunlu filament splicer. I haven't tried that one yet. We might just do a live stream on that. Do you guys want to see a live... Ah, dang it. I let go of the filament. Do you guys want to see a live stream on the Sunlu filament splicer? Does that interest anybody? Or why not? I really like the color Sovol picked for this printer. It's their same colors, you know. Dang, durable material, so hard to break by hand. Yeah, it's proper American-made PLA, baby. Right in Newark, Delaware. Frame dancing, but it have a lot of wobble in person. Nope, that's the table. I can move it even more if you want. That is the table. It is not the printer. The printer actually is pretty strong. I'm not a content creator, but I don't know how many times you could take up joining filament. Yeah. I don't know. It's like the amount of times that I would use it are pretty low, but I can certainly see if you've got like a bunch of spools with very, very little material left on it, that maybe, just maybe, that would work. Anyways. We're going to test the filament run out, but while we do that, let's give away a spool of filament. Who's feeling some free filament? We're going to give away filament. So let's get everybody in here. You can still enter, by the way. You won't make it for this one. We'll give away another spool or two before the stream ends. Don't worry. Haha! It worked! Nice. Okay. Pause print. Nice. What are you doing? Are you really going to eat all that filament? No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't... Oh, God. Alright, well, let me see if this person wins. Gotta find them in the list. I gotta find them in the list. Gotta find them in the list. Where are they in the list? Where is this person in the list? What the heck? No. This is the second person that doesn't know how to do math. I'm so sorry. There's a math question to win the filament, and yeah, no, that doesn't work. All right, let's see if this person won. Let me find him in my list. All right, I got one. Let's see if they're in here. Ryan Gill. Is Ryan Gill in here? Is the run out sensor? That's good. Did it... Okay, so it purged a bunch of filament. But let's see what it did. Is Ryan Gill in here? Ah, okay. There we go. All right, that works pretty good. As long as Ryan Gill answers, Ryan Gill wins. Ryan Gill wins. Sweet. You get a roll of Jesse filament from Printed Solid shipped directly to you, totally for free. Reach out to me on Twitter or Discord. Did it break? No. I had to load filament. Is that pulling? It is. Okay. Jesse! Jesse! We need to print. Oh, God, I should totally do that. I should do that as hilarious. I feel like Dave would be okay with it. I'll text me like, hey, can I do a Breaking Bad reference? Chad says for the answer to the math question, I tried typing the answer to the life, universe, and everything. Well, some people have been putting 13. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I just work here, okay? Now, I told it to load the filament. It pulled the filament in, so we're going to see. Dark Third Dimension says, speaking of giveaways, anywhere on the t-shirts. Yeah, so we got in a bunch of samples from Fourth Wall, and they were all DTG except this one. This one was DTF. And, unfortunately, all the DTG ones broke down, like, after the first wash. So I'm in contact with Fourth Wall to figure that out. We're going to be ordering some DTF, which is direct-to-film. I actually had a company reach out for a direct-to-film printer. I sent them a proposal because it is going to be a very expensive video for us to film, so I needed them to give me some cash on top, because what I want to do is get the direct-to-film printer, show it working, and then make a bunch of shirts. It's going to be slow, but we'll make like 25 shirts that I'll hand sign and ship out to people totally for free. And I just needed this company to pay for the rest of that if they wanted it to be. Right? I don't see that being unreasonable. But I have not heard back from them, so we'll see. It's not a review, so who knows? But yeah, had they get 13, they add it, and they get 13. This is why we have it. Yvonne says, got a boogie, peace out. It's been real. See you, boss man. Ari, how is the firmware? We updated it, so it was fine. Checking to make sure it's still printing. My gosh, I have so many. I have so many messages. Oh my gosh. Gosh. What would you suggest is over P1S? I can't tell you that. I have no clue. Don't use the living pin at the back now. I have no clue. The printer's doing it all on its own. Yeah, film and swap is pretty easy. I have no complaints about that. This is DD says P1S would be a good first printer. SV08 is deeper water. I don't know about that. I don't know. I have such an issue with the internet security with a Bamboo. It's very hard to recommend them. Dark Dimensions, wait a minute, t-shirt that I won will be signed. No, it won't. No, that one will be shipped directly to you. But I got to get a process where like I'm comfortable selling it. Right? Like right now, if we were to sell the shirts that we got from Fourth Wall, I would have had to issue a recall. Because like they don't meet the specifications that we need for like a $20 to $25 product. Like I've got standards, you know. Now they're on top of it, they say, but I want to try direct to film and see how that works. But yeah, if this direct to film printer company actually gets back to me, the goal was to do like a live stream that they would sponsor, and then we would make shirts live. I could probably make one of them live, and then all the others we would just make later on. Apparently I've had some dropped frames. It's not been as bad, but not great either. So yeah, now the front fan is working. Check Jeeper said I'd say P1S unless you're like Grant and making super secret products. But if you care about internet security, if you care about your data, if you care about privacy, there are reasons to not go with Bamboo. Even further, if you care about good customer service, I've had one good experience with them. One for customer service. Every other experience I've had with Bamboo has been terrible. Absolutely terrible. So yeah, I have reasons to not recommend them. So anyways, I don't know. I think it all depends on what your needs are. SV08 obviously gives you a much larger build volume, 350 by 350 by 345. I don't have enough experience with this printer to recommend it. So, yeah. There we go. Well. Oh, that's probably where we had to do the filament swap. Yep, that is. Okay. All right, so let's enhance on this. Enhance. Okay. So there's our boat. We have a line right there, but that is the same line where the filament changes color or changes texture. So that tells me that that was where we ran out of filament. So that is a brim. That is not, that would be an impossible level of elephant's foot. First layer is a little close, but that's fine for something like this. Bridging is okay. It's not great. Obviously, this will take some dialing in. Got a little wisp of filament here on the bottom of the smokestack. That is because that first layer just didn't stick. Easy to clean up, obviously, but yeah. It's not bad. Not the cleanest Benchy we've seen on this channel, but certainly not bad for 12 minutes. Certainly not bad for 12 minutes. EMV says it's worth it to get a Prusa Mark IIIS and need some TLC. It depends on the TLC, but 200 Canadian, I mean, that's cheap. 200 Canadian. So, yeah. TechJeeper says, someone who has a degree in cybersecurity has been working in the field for over 12 years. If you know how to segment your network, who cares? Nothing touches the Bamboo printer-wise. Well, you could also just never connect it to your network, but then you lose functionality. Functionality that a lot of people want in their machine, right? So you can either choose to give up all of your data security and your data rights, or you can choose to lose a bunch of features. I'm sorry, but that's the way that goes. If you're willing to give up your data and your data security, by all means. But if you work in cybersecurity, then you'll know that what we found in that log file is incredibly problematic. The fact that it is collecting as much data that it is, and then encrypting it so you can't see it, bad news bears. Absolutely bad news bears. No chance. And with something like a P1S, or a P1P with an open air 3D printer, no. Like, even this thing, I do not recommend using that camera at all. That camera can see way outside of that 3D printer. No, bad news. Do not use cameras on open air 3D printers. Make sure that cameras that you have installed on your printers can only see that printer. Because at some point, if you are looking at that camera over a cloud network, a cloud is somebody else's computer. The easiest way to say it, right? It's not good. Don't do that kind of stuff. You are opening yourself up to security vulnerabilities. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. TechJeeper says, but even a Bamboo with no fancy features still blows away any other printer on the market. I completely disagree with that. At the price point, I think that it is certainly a harder thing to do. But again, I am more than willing to make a compromise for my own data security. And I think a lot of other people are too. Bamboo is a very popular printer brand. There's no denying that. But Bamboo has done me dirty quite a few times and refused to give me service until they found out that I was a content creator. Then all of the sudden, they were more than happy to bend over backwards to help me, which is decidedly not what I want. Right? I want a printer brand that is going to stand by it, give the exact same quality of support to content creators, regular people, the average first-time printers. I want a company that is going to give that to everybody. Not a hit or miss. And like, we see this a lot in our Discord where we have a bunch of people that love Bamboo, right? And I will tell you, when my X1 Carbon works, it works great. And it is a wonderful machine to use. But when it doesn't work, it is often incredibly difficult to diagnose because you can't just easily go and try things. You're limited in what you're able to do simply because you have no access to it. I would rather see someone support, a Voron or a Voron clone, right? Now, that is not to be a recommendation for this machine. I can't recommend this machine right now. I don't know enough about it. I don't have enough experience with it. Really, for us to do a proper review, it's about 6 months worth of usage, which will probably account to 2 months of printer print time, which is great. That's awesome. And that will let us kind of see what works, what doesn't, why, you know, this and that. And that gives us information that we need to be able to pass on to you guys to make a proper informed decision. Now, with that being said, if you do still want to buy one for whatever reason, we do have links in the description. They're affiliate links. They help out the channel. That'd be awesome. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Speaking of, I'm going to pause ads for another 10 minutes. But yeah, I think it comes down to what you want to do with it. If you are going to be doing 3D printing as a business, Bamboo is not a good move. You have to understand intellectual property. Like some of my clients that sent us a demand letter because they didn't pay their bill. They sent us a demand letter, and then which required nothing from me, right? Because the demand letter was for something stupid. And then they changed the demand letter and basically said, hey, we need this from you. Like, no. No. I'm sorry. If you're not going to pay me, you can pay an attorney. Sorry, it's not how this works. But like, if you work involving any amount of intellectual property, understanding what your vulnerability is. You don't know that story. You definitely don't know that story because I can't tell that story. That story is protected under an NDA for the next 2 years. So I can't tell you that story. In 2 years, I'll tell you that story, though. If we're still content creators at that time. I think it's 2 years. Actually, I'll verify. I'm pretty sure it's 2 years. Either way, I think that the A1 is a pretty stellar value if you're okay with not having open source. If you're okay with not being able to service your own machine. If you are okay with throwing it out when it has problems and you don't know how to fix it, right? I would instead suggest that people spend more money and buy a better printer, something that is open source, that has amazing customer service, that is well worth it. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot more money. You can go get the Cheedy Q1 Pro right here. Full disclosure, mine does have some issues that we're working on. And I'll show them to you. So I gotta get this out anyways. It rings like crazy. So something is going wrong with it. You can see it on the cylinder there. It rings like crazy. Something is wrong with the input shaping, we figure. But Cheedy's been really great at back and forth with me to try to work on it. Like, I've sent test files to other people that own the machine, and it came out beautifully for them, and it looks like crap for me. And I'm sure Cheedy's going to take care of me. They've been really, really good about getting back to me. And what is this printer, like 500 bucks? That's a pretty good value for an enclosed heated chamber 3D printer. Sure, it's not multicolor, but who cares? The bulk of stuff that most people do don't require that stuff anyways. And if you really wanted to, I think this is Clipper-esque. You might be able to put an ERCF on it. This thing, though, with a tool changer, if it works any way decent, that'd be a hell of a competitor to the Prusa XL. Like, my Prusa XL cost me over $4,000, and it's 360 cube. This is like 700 bucks. And yeah, there's some labor involved in putting it together, some labor putting the XL together. There's going to be labor in doing the upgrade and all of that, but there might be some value associated with that, where you might say as a business, that's worth your time up front. It all kind of depends on what you're going after, right? Big K says, I kind of see Bamboo as Apple and Prusa and others like Android. And that's incredibly accurate. And I think that's exactly, actually, what Bamboo was going for. And I think they hit their mark perfectly. Andrew Rogers says, Bamboo is nothing like Apple. Apple services their equipment. Services on their equipment is head and shoulders above most manufacturers. Well, that's fair. Have I tried the X1 Max? What's that? Is that the new name for the new Bamboo printer? If you know anything about this channel, you'll know that I am blacklisted from them. I'm very blacklisted from them, but I don't care. If they have issues with people who are not going to say nice things for very valid reasons and back it up with evidence, hey, that's not on me, that's on them. But yeah, like Brian owns a business. And I know what his business is. I don't want to call it out. But he has a couple of these in his business, and he's out on dial and they work well. Does it require more effort than, like, say, a Prusa XL once it's assembled? Probably. Yeah, this will probably require more maintenance than an XL. But it's half the price of a single tool head XL, right? I'm comparing this to a single tool head XL. It's half the price. There's a lot of value in that. If you can get 2 of these versus 1 of something else, you can print stuff twice as fast. So, is the Cheaty 245 by 245, 230 by 230? It states 245. Actually states 250. It then says it's 245. I've never actually tested how large it can go before it fails. The Cheaty Max 3. I have an X Plus 3. I don't have an X Max 3. So you can call me. I mean, you can put your business in there if you want. I'm not here to do that. But yeah, I have an X Plus 3. I do like it. But I think if you don't need the extra build volume that the X Max 3 has, I think the Q1 Pro is a better overall, like, package than the X Plus or X Max. So, even though I've had issues with mine, but like Cheaty's been really, really good at getting back to me, which is awesome. I will say, I am very worried about building a Voron 2.4 now, because there's just a lot of belts. There's a lot of belts on this machine. It looks like a good machine, but again, like, you know, you have to take time to really figure that out. So we're obviously not going to be reviewing this printer today. If it's anything like the SV06 and SV06 Plus, that's awesome. That'd be awesome. You know, I think they did a very good job. Oh, they cloned a Mark III, and then they made it bigger. I think they did a great job with the SV06 and SV06 Plus. So, if this thing is even close to what those did, we'll give it an A+. But we don't know that yet. We don't know that yet. 3D Experiment says, I hope you build a Rat Rig V Core 4. I would love to. I gotta get this Trident running reliably and fast, which we haven't done yet. We gotta do that first. Once we do that, then we'll be looking for the next project. Oh, okay. I guess the Trident and 2.4 Gantry is the same. Wait, so am I supposed to yell at Steve for the 2.4 belt routing then too? There's only 4 more belts in the Trident. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the belted Z, right? There was like part of me that's like, well, what if they get messed up? But that's what QGL is for, quad gantry leveling, right? So, yeah. I think the SV08 would be a really phenomenal platform for those that like to tinker. But fair kind of first crack at this. I don't think that this is going to be like a perfect out-of-the-box machine, but I'm not exactly certain that it was designed to do that either. I will say, they fit a very big printer into that small box. My video just froze. Well, nothing I can do about it, guys. Stream is freezing. Blame Spectrum. It's late enough in the afternoon. It's now a Spectrum problem. So, let's do another roll of filament. What do you think? Another roll of filament? Jeez, what's going on? We're gonna delay ads. We're gonna do another roll of filament. I should have had stuff pre-sliced for this, but I didn't bother. I wanted to see what it came with. Yeah, I'll give you guys another minute or two to enter. We'll give away another roll of filament, shipped directly to you, totally free, assuming you're in the continental United States. If you are not in the continental United States, you will get a t-shirt when we can figure that out. 2.4 R2 has the same build volume, smaller footprint. Yeah, this does have a pretty large footprint, not gonna lie. Do I have... I know I dropped it on the floor. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, I just bent down. Oh, I have hurt my back. Okay, yeah, after this spool, we're gonna end the stream because my God, my back hurts. For you Americans, it's 21.5 deep. It's a 21.5 inch cube. So if you have 24-inch shelves, that'll work. It is 22.5 tall. If you're doing these in racks, you're not going to use the spool holder, but with a spool, it's 32 inches tall. Man with 3D printer says, do some yoga. I have 5 herniated discs. So yoga's not going to help that. I am herniated basically from L3 down through S2. Yeah, it's freedom units, but I don't have a metric tape measure handy, so I'm sorry. Like, all I have are freedom units. So, all right. Let's wrap that up. Let's get some filament given away. You got 71 responses total. That is super awesome. You guys absolutely rock. Shuffle, 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 shuffle a few times. Spin the wheel of names. I gotta make sure people can do math. Let me see if this person did math right. They did! Let's see if they're here. Beads RCZ. Beads RCZ. Are you here? I don't see you recently. It's Beads RCZ. B-I-E-D-Z. They have weird font that says good day from Melbourne, Australia. Sweet. I don't know if they're in here. If they are, we're going to give them some filament. No, they're not in here. Yeah, this one's a 350 by 350 by 345. It's almost a 350 cube. And don't do what I did. Don't forget to put the fan in the right port. That'll get messed up. All right, we're reading her on. They're not here. We're reading her on. Okay, let's see if this person is in here. Wait. Oh, ha! I copy the names back and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this person already won. That person already won. Ryan Gill already won. All right, let's see. Did this... Wish there was an easy way to do that. Troy J, are you in here? Is Troy J in here? Where's Troy J? Troy J's there. Troy J wins. Nice. Beads, man, we gave you time. You weren't there in time, boss. Sorry. That's how it goes. I'm sorry. You were driving. Don't make me feel bad. It's not my fault. Now I feel bad. Well, that's just not fair. Now I feel bad. All right. You guys, should we give Beads a roll? What do you think? Does Beads get a roll? Tell me, does Beads get a roll of filament? 2 yeses, 3 yeses, 4 yeses, 5. Are you all? Is anyone gonna say no? Give him a roll. All right, fine. Beads wins a roll too. But you shouldn't be texting while driving. You shouldn't be texting while driving. I'm gonna give you a spool. But you shouldn't be texting while driving. Wait, should I be the one that gets to choose what color it is then? Set him like a neon pink, the one that smells weird. Only if he comes and drives forward, Mitsu Level says. Fine. Spectre V3S is 1 for each of us. I don't have that much filament to give away. There is a ton of people here hanging out. I don't. What do you guys want to see? Anything? They have a puke green. They have a slimer green, which is actually a really nice color. I actually really like that color. Is there anything else you want to see on this machine? Is there anything that you want to see on this machine? Other than there is an open fan port, and I have no idea why there's an open fan port. 2 hot ends. Well, I would like to see 2 hot ends on this too. Bede says, I'm not in your Discord or Twitter. How can I contact you? You can DM me. I'm at 3D Musketeers on Discord and at 3D_Musketeers on Twitter. Is this light bar really not centered? Now that's a pet peeve. Could we not center the light bar here? Was there a reason that we couldn't do this? Why is there... No. No. No, come on. Sovol. Don't do that to me. I'm seeing PETG to test the new nozzle. I don't have a sliced file for this available. Is it, are we, like, is that really just going to be a cost-saving thing? Troy says, we all grass as you tweak your back end. Dude, my back's been tweaked for years. Wire's expensive. It's not when it's CCA. That's copper-clad aluminum. Mod it, run a little more wire for that light. Yeah. No kidding. Just feeling around to make sure there's nothing on it that's too hot. I like this magnetic tool head cover, though. But I do worry with an enclosure that it will have the same problem that my bamboo had, where the magnets fall out from the heat. You guys saying 100°C on the bed? No. It is 85 degrees Fahrenheit in here, which is like 32 Celsius. I can literally click a button and it will tell me. 30. It's 30 degrees Celsius in here. I'm not turning the bed to 100. Sorry. It's too damn hot as it is. Another $150 for the enclosure panels? That's a little pricey. That's a little pricey. Added lights to mine. Tap the PSU so it comes right away instead of waiting for the firmware to boot. Yeah. I'd be curious to know how much extra wattage that you have on this wire and on the regulator that's running it, because you might just be able to get a longer strip of lights. Like the big Tree Tech lights. If you have a bamboo P1S or X1 carbon, although I think it's only for the X1 carbon, I don't know. If you have an X1 carbon, I know this works for it. The lights that Big Tree Tech has, my God, those things are bright. I would love to see something like that for this. Mr. Yakshigat says the enclosure panels also don't ship at the same time as the printer. Yeah. But you don't need the enclosure panels for the printer to run. PID tune it. Yeah, I guess we could do that. Is there an easy way to do that? Advanced, maybe? PID tuning. Let's click PID tuning. We'll see what happens. All right, while I'm waiting for that, I am going to move. I've had a stool behind me. I've just avoided using it because it has a thing on it. Ugh. Here, if you want some free advice from a physical therapist, because I see a physical therapist for my back. If you have a bad back and your back hurts all the damn time, when you're lifting things, flex your abs when you do it. It didn't make sense to me either until I started doing it. Flex your abs as you go to lift something. Your abdominal muscles will pick up a lot of the strain that your back normally would. It wants to go to 205. Oh, now it wants to go to 210. Back to 205. I really don't know how to set proper PIDs. If I was connected to it, we could do it via G-code, but I am not connected to it, so we're not going to do it via G-code. You know, I'm going to put this up a little bit and put my head in the middle of the printer. There you go. It's basically the same, isn't it? Nice, something I can lean on too. Daylight / matchstick for Voron. What is that? Bearded Bucket says it's a little much, but not as bad as the enclosure Prusa sells for the XL. Okay, that's fair. That thing has so many more holes and huge gaps, it should be called a cover instead. I think Prusa did a pretty good job on it. I don't have one, but no, I can't say that. I don't have one. I don't have one. But I think Prusa did a good job on it. Now the cat shirt looks shorter. Yeah. Yeah, see, all I really have to do is just pull my shirt up a little bit. Now it's not a long cat anymore. It's just a short cat. Man 3D Printer says, try PID calibration. That involves me connecting to the machine, which we're not doing today. LED. I know I can turn the LED off. Is that what we're trying to do? Oh, now we're PIDing the bed. Okay. Mind control. Dude. I don't know if I want that, man. That gets dangerous. What would I change? What would I change on this machine so far? Like, they used 8 or 9 millimeter belts on the Z. Certainly the wiring here, all of that, it's got one cable management hoop, but not another one for the X-axis wire here. So it's kind of weird. I like that they include a camera. I'm not going to use it, but I like that they include it. I think that that's, I think that there's some value to that for the average user of a printer in this price class. I mean, same with the P1S and the P1P and the X1 Carbon. There is value to a camera for this price class. You just kind of have to understand what you're getting yourself into, right? 2020 extrusion mod for the top. All right, why would I want that? Why would I want a 2020 extrusion mod for the top? There's a little plastic cover for the other wire? Where? Oh! Hey, there is! Yeah, there is. It's right here. Was that in the manual and we just skipped over it? Hey, this is honesty right here, man. Am I just stupid and missed it? totally did. Totally did miss it. And they want you to put it on the bottom. All right. No problem. Can do. That is 100% my fault. Not going to dock points for that. RTFM. Hey, 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 hey. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you can be a jerk. Nah. Dom's cool. And in fact, if you live in the Orange County Bay Area, California, you should go check out Bay Area Maker Faire coming up middle of September. About a month away or so now. Oh, that's so much better. That is so much more better. Yep. So much better. Nero had problems with the bearings and plastic parts. I remember that. But I also remember Sovol saying they would fix it. And while I've had my machine for about a month now, maybe 2 months, I think it was well after Nero found the problem. So I don't know. Oh, SoCal, not the Bay. Well, sorry. Nero got a beta unit. Yeah, this is not a beta unit. Beads RCZ says I have an email. It's youtube@3dmusketeers.com. You can use that. What else do I have to say about this machine? It's certainly faster to assemble than a regular Voron. There's that. Oh, okay, they had a shorter than normal pin for one of the belt idlers. Yeah, without ripping this thing apart, I'm not going to find that. So, I'm going to probably say no to that. I will say, the assembly process was pretty simple. There's a lot of labor that goes into building this machine, because like all this belt routing and assembly, that cannot be machine done. That has to be done by a human. And if you don't know, human labor is very expensive. Like very, 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 very expensive. So, yeah, I don't think I have a beta unit. I'm fairly certain I don't. But yeah. What I can tell you guys is, since y'all stayed and hung out, there will be a special stream on Monday. That's all that I can say about it, but there will be a special stream on Monday. I can't even tell you what time, but there will be a special stream on Monday. So if you want to see this really special thing we have that we're going to show off, show up on Monday. Be ready. Watch us on social media, because as soon as our media embargo is up for this thing, we're going to go live. Nero's missing all the cable tie points. There's just one on this. I don't think there are more. I'm a little bit uneasy. There's a piece of tape right there. Camera can't see it, but there's a piece of tape right there. What else is there that I need to kind of look at for this? I don't know. There's on the top. Oh! Yeah, there is. Look at that. There's one on the top. I didn't see that. There's one right up there. Yeah, having that LED only in one spot is weird, near the runout sensor. Yep, there is. There's totally one up there. Yep. Kisker is saying that Piopoly is sending him a new extruder and parts, see if they can solve their issue with the Mag X. Come on, mailer. I have a bunch of parts for my Mag X. I've got the enclosure and all the upgrade parts to bring it up to stock. So I will be very curious. Because like I still have a beta unit. That will be a live stream at some point. I don't know when. But yeah. I thought the belts were actually pretty loose, but in fact, they're using a spring-based tensioner, which appears to actually work quite well. Guess who says I got the enclosure? They're setting some of the upgrades, but my day one issue is still problematic. I think it has to do with my load cells requiring 600 grams of force to trigger. Yeah, I've never bothered to check how many grams my load cell requires, but it has always worked reasonably reliably for me. I'm like worried that I do the upgrade and it will no longer work properly. But I will say PO Poly has some unreasonably good customer service for how small of a company they are. Salty Rective says, what would be different with the Magneto X Beta in the first production run? The extruder and some hot end bits are different. I think there are a couple of boards that are different on my unit, because I have one of the later beta units. There are people that have much earlier beta units than I have that have a lot more that's different. Yeah. Yeah. I think we give this one a, I think we give it a pass. Made a good looking part. Filament run out worked. Now we plug the fan into the right place. I'd be very curious. The thing I'm really curious about with this machine is it's got a spare fan port. And can that be used? Actually, it's got a, what's the other spare port down here? GTRS. I don't know what that means. I don't like they have a bunch of glue all around their connectors. I mean, I get, yeah. Do we do one more? If we do another spool giveaway, we got to hit a like number. We're at 99 likes. Give me one more like and I'll give away another spool. Give me 100 likes. There you go. All right. Giving away another spool in 2 minutes at 6:40. We'll give away one other spool and then we're going to end the stream. Someone asked, did they fix the Z level issue? And if not, using the probe at the back of the building, it seemed to work fine. I don't know. I got one more minute, 60 seconds to get your name in there. 60 seconds to get your name in to win a spool of printed solid filament. Nomad, I can't even push people to you, can I? I can't even raid into you. No, but no, dude, my back is hurting too much. I gotta do it for my own health, man. Sorry, boss. Duff, I'm gonna call you out. I'm reading through the names. I'm like, who put 80,085 for the answer? It's Duff. Duff, why you do that? Why you do that? You wanna know some funny metrics? So Google will give me metrics about what numbers people use. 11% of you use the number 9. 9% of you use the number 7. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised that, because I see a lot of people that use the number 69. I'm surprised that one's not hyped. But yeah, a lot of you use the same verification number. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close entries here. We have 76 responses. Entries are now closed. Duff. They used nice. Yeah, that's fair. All right, let me grab all these names. Or the new ones, actually. There's only a few new ones. And put them in here. Shuffle it up a few times. Spin it. Now we're going to keep this machine relatively stock for a little bit here. I want to keep it stock for right now, but eventually we will look to go ahead and upgrade it. Just make sure this person did the math right. It's hard to find the names, man. I know I could just do Control F, but that is more than I want to do at the moment. We're good. Stephen Cullen, are you in the chat? Is Stephen Cullen in the chat? Have you checked its SKU with a cauliflower or something yet? Not yet. So I only printed the stuff that was on the card. We don't have anything pre-sliced for anything like that. I wanted to just test it as it arrived. Stephen Cullen is here, so you, sir, win a spool Jesse filament shipped directly to you by Printed Solid. Heck yeah! We built a printer. We printed. We screwed up the first print because we plugged the fan in the wrong way. And the second one, we deliberately broke the filament to see how the filament runout would be. I would say that we had a very productive stream. This is awesome. I am really happy with this build. I think this build is well capable by anybody, whatever your age may be, which is awesome. And it is a big printer for the money. And it's a Core XY. And it's a flying Gantry Core XY. It's a 2.4 clone for $700. I want to run it some more just to see kind of how she runs here. But it's also still PIDing the bed, which is interesting. I don't know why it's still PIDing the bed, but it's still PIDing the bed. So I'm just waiting for that. Anyways, that is going to call it for this stream. Y'all go have fun. Enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or early morning. But thank you all for watching. Stay safe out there. And a huge thank you to Sovol for sending over this machine. And a huge thank you to Printed Solid for allowing us to give away a bunch of filament. But stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome with really awesome. I think this thing is even open source. 3D printers. Heck yeah. See you later.